Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today comes to us from Ryan and Mel. And I don't expect anybody else would have noticed this, but for the last month, while I'm describing this channel, because they're here for every stream, I mention their videos and things like that until there's one segment that Ryan is doing himself. And I never mention Mel. And for all this time, I've been trying to figure out what on earth is Ryan's wife's name. So in getting ready for Tuber Chat today, about an hour ago, I went through a couple of the live streams that I'd already seen. And there it is right there. As soon as you pull it up, they got the StreamYard thing, and it's right there. So I'll assume that's Melanie, of course. And Ryan and Mel have both been incredibly supportive here in Tuber Chat, first of all, but I see them out supporting other people and participating in collaborations and other StreamYard panels on other channels all the time. They go live every Wednesday, hump day always, and they set a lot of these up in advance as well. So we always set notifications for everything we see, whether they're live streams or premieres. They got a lot of friends that join them. Controversial Cruising was on here the other day. I just rolled over one the other day with another creator I don't think I'm familiar with yet. PK Adventure Travels is well over 1,100 subscribers, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 6,000, 10,000, and 12,000 views. And one of the reasons I'm excited to actually feature this channel for today, and all I mean by that is we make it the first channel that we talk about. And we've been doing that lately on every live stream at the beginning, just so I can introduce you right away to a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. But I was taken away with this channel right away, right from the first video, and that continues today. I just watched Ryan's news segment here, and every week he's bringing us different kind of piece of travel news. It's not always cruising, like in this one here he mentions. Yeah, it relates to cruising, but probably all other travel as well. It's worth a watch if you're thinking about traveling to a popular destination. And I have a quick story to tell you, Ryan, as well, and Mel. So when I was I forget when we went. I think I was 18 years old, so it was like 100 years ago, and we went to the United States to visit some family. And I think I was going to Atlanta, if I remember right. Doesn't matter. Anyway, we're at the airport, but we're in Canada. I grew up in Toronto. We're just about to leave. My father's carry-on bag, he had the oldest, rustiest fishing knife you could ever imagine, but it was underneath the cardboard, so he may not have even known it was in the bag. So of course they pulled us over, and the security had to talk to him about it and confiscate it and everything else. He wasn't going to get into trouble. It was very obvious it wasn't an intentional threatening thing or anything like that. But the funniest part was my dad asked if he could have the knife back. You know, what are you doing? The thing's just about falling apart already. But I thought you would enjoy that, and I promise you my story relates to Ryan's latest video there. Now I got another one here. I've put this one into my catch-up list, but when I say I was first taken away with this channel, it's because they do a really excellent, thorough job with all of their travel videos, particularly things like ship tours. They really bring us around everywhere. They show us everything. Their video editing skills are great as well. In their live streams, they got intros and outros, and they're well done. They're worth watching. My opinion is that when somebody gets to the end of their live stream, they might watch that last minute just because of the different shots that they put in there. So well done, and I hope everybody will connect with PK Adventure Travels. They're monetized, like I said, so they got some members only content here as well. And thank you everybody for coming in. Let's spin the wheel right away, and we'll get to our next channel ready. And then we'll get to talking about our introductions here. Tiff420, good to see you in the house. YouTube Police is here. I got quite a few names on the wheel, like Home Bartending with John. He's got two different one-of-a-kind channels here. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Robert Mac Media does a lot of traveling as well. I met him through my personal channel, and he came into the Superchat family a few years ago. But yeah, I didn't realize even tweezers, something like that could be something. It's worth looking at updated lists of banned items, but that's exactly what Ryan's video is talking about, so I hope everybody will check that out. He does those every week, though. Some kind of cruise news. Some of them are funny. Some of them are interesting. Vima's Crochet is getting added to the wheel. Handicapped Travelers will be added as well. We'll talk about home bartending with John's content in a second. And thank you, the Stock Explorer. Nora kept their membership going there. I really do appreciate that. They're also a beloved and dedicated moderator here. We always put members and moderators onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So Create and Relate is getting added right now. Butler Family Farm and Crafty Witch 232 are already there. Tim Mitchell and Mel Runs Things are also on the wheel with Twisted Reed. And then up at the top, of course, is Scratch and PPA and Michael's Adventures, along with Canadian Family Life. They're all beloved and dedicated moderators here as well. Now, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I'm not even close to being halfway through our introductions, I don't think. But Matt and Mouse is here. Six Bows is back is in the house. YouTube Police is Beltloop29 with a second channel. Three Cheese and Me is in the house. And I also saw Dixie Cuddle Fitness. She's been friends of ours for years. And then Foxy's Friends, of course, is in the house as well. Mr. Mickey, I caught for a live stream. I think it was yesterday. I've been catching a few channels. Today I caught It's Our Abundant Life. I haven't seen them in a while. And I'm always happy to reconnect with creators in that way. The YouTube algorithm really shuffles things around for us, or the recommendation engine. So we see different channels, and they really jumble that like every few months as well. John H. Shelton, The Vlogging Life, good to see you in the house. Rushing Wind Mountain is here. That's Ruby. She's here for every stream. And then The Confident Quilter, Gladys L. Paul, good to see you here. When I talk about the idea of the recommendation engine jumbling things around, you may notice that you see some friends, almost every day or in every stream or every time you're on, then all of a sudden they disappear. It's not them, it's the YouTube algorithm. You'll see today, as I put channels on the screen, how is it possible that I'm catching some people for almost every stream, several times a week, and then there's other people who I've been friends with for years, and I barely ever catch their stuff. It's the way YouTube is putting those notifications out and recommending channels and things like that. YouTube Police has too many channels. He does the same thing I do. Michael's Adventures catches me all the time. Scratch and PPA sometimes as well. They're like, hey, Kev, change accounts. Because we got Tuberchat, I got a personal account, we got the copyright-free music channel, and I'm always experimenting with things as well. So, Create and Relate. Do you have a second channel that I forget about? I wonder if that's what you're mentioning. Oh, I never catch yours. You're saying I never catch your live streams? I make an extra effort today when Create and Relate comes up. The other thing, too, so this is not just for me, but as an idea for everybody to help each other. First of all, we always set notifications for everything we see, premieres and live streams, whether we can be there or not. But the other thing as well, anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. I know not everybody can sit here and message every single person that you want to come into your live streams every time you go live, but if you find a moment, I will absolutely always make an effort to be in there, even if I'm on a phone, even if I have to just peek in. But a lot of times I'm just on the computer. I got 4 windows open. I can easily put one on, and especially over the last year or so, I'm in there longer than people think most of the time. I usually come in, I'm usually working on other things on the computer, but I'm listening in the background until the streams run out and things like that. Ali Patches, good to see you in the house. And Sir Dank for Jesus is a second channel from Handicapped Travelers. Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official is in the house. They're never too far behind Tim Mitchell. I'll put those channels up together when it's time. And Driving Daily's in the house. Abandoned and Forgotten Whales is here. We always put members and moderators onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, so I'll get them on there right now. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everyone's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everybody. Hopefully Norfolk Dashcam might still be listening. That's a longtime friend. They've been with us for over 4 years. They make occasional appearances here now, but I know their channel's grown because I see them on, I think I said it the other day as well, but I think I see them on Instagram Reels. Instagram and Facebook every day. I really don't use TikTok as much as everybody might think. I have it. I don't really post very much, and I don't spend too much time on there because you can get sucked in easily. It's like Twitter for me. I know I keep calling it Twitter, but X, that's the worst one. I get stuck on there for like 20 minutes. Sometimes I have to put the phone down and literally say stop out loud to remind myself, like, get off this thing, because the algorithm over there just gets me triggered both ways. Happy and otherwise, let's just say. So let's talk about home bartending with John. Like I said, he's got 2 different channels. On this one, he's going to teach us how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. We don't have to have a home bar setup quite as elaborate as what John has got here, but he does show us what it takes to keep a bar like his replenished, and the tools we're going to need behind the bar to make some of our favorite cocktails as well. He does a lot of product reviews and comparisons between beers, liquors, and liqueurs. When he does his recipes, he might do 2 or 3 variations to give us different ideas on how to make these different drinks and customize them if we'd like to. And then he takes requests on his channel. He's already done a couple for me, as a matter of fact, and I'm grateful for that. Home Bartending with John has been a silver member for as long as I can remember on this channel, which means we see his channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, whether or not he's here, even though he's here for every stream. And then live streams are an idea from the past. He has done this with many other creators with the StreamYard system. He's got shorts on the channel. One of them still getting views here at 9,300. It keeps climbing. And let's look at his second channel. We're going to look at The Pipe Guy, if I can spell today. And I will copy this out for you because we have to get the spelling right, and the channel's working on its first 100 subscribers. He's just got a couple of videos there. He's got a couple of shorts here and 1 Star Wars themed video to get us started. But what this is industrial pipe art and industrial pipe lamps. And I hadn't seen anything like this before. So we're hoping for more from Home Bartending with John on this second channel. John H. Shelton, The Vlogging Life, thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I know Butter Roll Boutique is in here as well. Anytime, Anyplace, Anywhere is also in the house. And Dutchfly61, I'm not sure if I said hello earlier. I know you were here from the beginning. They've been here just about every stream as well lately. Vintage Style by Joe, I got you on the wheel. And John H. Shelton, The Vlogging Life. He's dropped super chats a million times before, and he comes to us from the UK as well. Let me get his channel here. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment here. And after a little while, I'll start adding names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged. Overclock Mix-Up, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Emerther Aliens, good to have you back in the house as well. John H. Shelton, The Vlogging Life, does a lot of different types of art. Definitely creativity on this channel. Happens to be a Godzilla fan, and you'll see that sprinkled throughout his content. But he brings poetry, music, storytelling, and then amateur filmmaking, I would say, on the channel as well. So he's always posting all kinds of stuff. You can see this, how often he posts. I'm setting like 8 notifications right now for premieres. He's got probably even more than that. We're getting on like 12 or 13 here. Never mind, we're getting on 20 or 30 here. But I want to set these all because, like I keep saying, we always set notifications for everything we see, including premieres and live streams, whether or not we're going to be able to catch them. I'll catch up with, I was going to say I'll catch up with these later because there's so many. He's literally 30 premieres in advance or more, which is great to see. And He's always posting all kinds of stuff, movie reviews, music reviews. Sometimes he's got guests on the channel. He's got a lot of shorts. This is where we see more of the Godzilla here, because the popular videos like the 1400, 1700 feature that. Then we get into live streams on the channel as well. So he was just live a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully he'll do another one soon. He's usually on at least a couple of times a month. And monetize. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, you can see he posts a lot. With 1,600 subscribers, he's got almost 500 videos. His very next video, short or live stream, will be number 500 for him. So that's quite a bit of content over the years. He's been with us for about 4.5 of those years. Let's think about spinning the wheel. And thank you again, John H. Shelton, the vlogging life. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So we want to look at his channel right away. And then, like I said, we'll get back to spinning in a moment. The Bud Files is here. I'm putting them on the wheel right now. I feel like I missed another channel coming in. I don't mean to miss anybody. Blessed to Crochet is here. And the Bud Files is coming up. Jerry likes it when his channel comes up early. He knows what it's like to be first and last, like lots of our friends know on the Wheel of Doom here. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Butler Family Farm. This is actually Jerry and Susan together. They share the camera work. They make videos together and separately. They bring us homesteading style content on 116 acres of farmland. And they have got a lot going on all the time. So they're building a koi pond. That's interesting. Jerry and Susan seem to love adding things to the farm. I'm just going to put this video on my catch-up list so I can catch up with it later. And these creators have got all kinds going on the farm. So they bring us outdoors, they bring us into their home, they bring us into the kitchen. This is where I get the idea of homesteading more than anything else. They're always making things, prepping things, cooking things. Jerry's building things in the shop or crafting things. And then out on the farm, they're looking after all of the land, obviously, doing repairs. They make their own tools. They've got tons of livestock out there between the bees and the cattle and the goats and donkeys and horses and llamas and chickens and cats and dogs, and the list goes on. So Butler Family Farm is growing rapidly. Jerry let us know a long time ago he's been taking advantage of the YouTube promotion system, and he shared knowledge with other people as well, which is great. So the channel's rapidly moving now, working on 70,000. They are monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Just Jason Keto, I'm not sure if I said hello, but I did see you come in. I got you on the wheel. And Izzy Pop is in the house. I've got them on there as well. And when we look at shorts on this channel, they've gotten into 12,000, one at 52,000. And then these feature a lot more of the same, mostly outdoor content. They're in Missouri. Live streams on the channel. They're on every Monday. And it could be Jerry and Susan themselves giving us a chance to get to know them, giving us some updates, letting us know what they're going to be up to. Or they might have guests on a StreamYard panel. I've joined them a couple of times. Sometimes they got a full grid of people hanging out. And you'll see some familiar faces over there, but you'll be introduced to a lot of generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters as well. They also head out, sometimes hundreds of miles away, for a lot of meetups with a handful of people or up to 80 channels worth of creators and supporters. When they do the bigger get-togethers, they often, they often live stream them. So lots of opportunity to meet lots of friends over here. Jerry and Susan have been incredibly supportive, overly generous, and they try to be here every day. So I hope everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. Get some of that support coming back to you as well. Monkey Man Productions, good to see you in the house. They're a member, so I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. We'll spin quickly and get another channel ready to go. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Oh, thank you, Scratch and PP. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how I miss so much, and I don't know how he catches so much. So Abandoned Exploring, Abandoned and Forgotten Whales is going to come up in a second. But Izzy Pop just gifted a membership. They've done that a million times as well. And I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And for that reason, we're going to put their channel up on the screen. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away when those things happen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Like I said, it's not going to be too long now before I start adding names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged. Izzy Pop, let me drop the link for this channel. It was dropped as soon as they gifted that membership, I'm sure. Oh, and thank you, Abandoned and Forgotten Whales, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Your channel will be up next as it is, but I really do appreciate that. And I'm just scrolling back to see if our robots are doing what they're supposed to do. Yeah, so as soon as those super chats and memberships come in, one of the ChatBots drops a link for them, so you can catch that. And then there's the link for Izzy Pop right now. And we'll get to Abandoned and Exploring, Abandoned and Forgotten Whales. You have to pardon me because there's two channels. There's another one, Abandoned and Exploring Mike. And then there's Abandoned and Forgotten Whales. And they're both from around the UK. So pardon me because I don't know for sure which channel is from exactly which country over there. I'm in Canada, so I'll use that as an excuse. I got to look at a map to remind myself. Izzy Pop is here with 1,700 subscribers, and we would love to push them a little bit farther towards the 1,800 they're thinking about. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They're live all the time. So several times a week as a minimum. I'm lucky to catch them. They do a mix of playing music, and the conversation can go anywhere based on what the chat is talking about or asking, as he's got a lot of stories to tell and a lot of friends as well. They've always got a good activity and conversation going on in the chat. I laughed at this. First, I laughed at this video the other day when I asked them about Spider Cat, for those of you who remember Spider Pig as a song. And then sure enough, it's music, and as soon as it started, I had to start laughing again. Izzy Pop does a lot of that. They get us laughing, and there's a lot of interesting music on the channel. They've always been known, though, for these elaborate thumbnails, banners, avatars, and they really change things up on their channel frequently, including their name, as a matter of fact. So the handle's Izzy Poppers there, as you can see. They're monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Look at this shorts video they just put up. I'm sure, like, the thumbnails are usually caught now out of the videos, unless you are specifically trying to pick the thumbnail on shorts videos if you're uploading from a phone. But my goodness, does that ever look great. And you can see what I mean about a lot of these. They're really elaborate, but that's so bright and colorful, which is the opposite of most of the things I would usually make for myself. You can see I'm wearing a gray shirt. I promise you I got great pants on and everything else. So I add a lot of color to things online because it's so opposite. This is why most of you see I use emojis all the time as well, because I really... when they first came out, or when we first started using them so many years ago, I didn't like it. It's so opposite of my personality, so that's exactly why I use them, to try to add a little bit. Otherwise, I'd be way too monotone. But Izzy Pop does a spectacular job. They let us know on their channel in their About section as well that they're going to help us with some of this stuff, talking about digital art, digital tools. And you can see when they go live, they're usually on for a few hours. and they do really well, like I said, with conversation and activity there. So hopefully everybody will connect with Izzy Pop, and we'd love to push them towards that 1,800 subscribers I was talking about. Thank you for the gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, and I'm sure that Monkey Man Productions will be happy to have had that, because I already put them on the wheel. Actually, I saw them come in as a member, but I didn't see the gifted membership. Luckily, Scratch and PPA caught that, and I just scrolled back to have a look at it. So Abandoned and Forgotten Whales dropped a super chat right after also, but we'd already spun the wheel, so they were coming up. So thank you for that extra generous support again, Abandoned and Forgotten Whales, and Izzy Pop, and then John H. Shelton, our dear friend from the UK also. So Abandoned and Forgotten Whales is going to bring us to abandoned locations for explorations. And we got quite a few friends that do this kind of thing. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Pardon me, I just got something in the background I had to look at there for a second. All is well, but, you know, sometimes messages, those notifications distract you for a second. And my camera's going to fall any minute as well, so we'll try to hold this thing together. Every day I forget to fix this thing. I got, my camera's actually upside down. It's mounted on one of those hutches on a desk that I'm looking at. And I forget every day to retape it, but for whatever reason, the 3D tape or whatever we call that, the double-sided sticky stuff is not as strong as I think it should be. Abandoned and Forgotten Whales, like I said, abandoned location explorations. There's quite a vibrant community doing this kind of thing. As a matter of fact, so much that I've been out on a few abandoned location explorations myself, and it can be really fun and definitely scary, and these creators are willing to get into some deep dark places, far much more than I would on my own, I'll tell you that right now. But what I'm going to do, they've got a lengthy video from a few days ago. I'm going to take this latest one, I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get or stay caught up with creators. I use that all the time. They're working on 7,000 subscribers, which is great, so they're pushing the channel, obviously. Shorts over here have gotten into 6,600, 8,700 views. And then here, so what about this? You can see the thumbnail here on this popular video. Would you, this goes for everybody, walk into a cavern like this to explore and see what's there? Because I would not be the first one in there, I promise you. Abandoned and Forgotten Whales has also got some live streams. It's been a few months, but we'll see if they're going to bring those back. They got lots of friends on StreamYard panels and things like that as well. BioBengal Fantasy Network, good to see you here. Jesse Journals and Unboxings. These creators have been with us for years. And Anfield Road Layout in the Loft came in as well. Butterroll Boutique, forgive me, I probably didn't say hello earlier, but I did see that you were here. And Create and Relate is dropping a super chat as well now, so thank you for that. I'm going to put them up right this second. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then I'll get back to spinning the wheel. Lucy Grace 56, did I just catch you for a live stream? Yesterday, I thought it was. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. I thought I just caught you. I thought I saw something from you yesterday, and I thought it was a live stream. And then Create and Relate is up on the screen right now. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then Create and Relate is up on the screen, and this is a creator that is going to create a lot of different things. They let us know on their About section, arts and crafts, do-it-yourself videos, everything in between. But I've caught them doing a lot of unboxing videos lately, and most of the things they're unboxing have to do with creativity as well, whether it could be some lights or some film equipment. pardon me, or a Cricut machine or something else that will allow them to make either merchandise or other creative types of art. But look at some of the things they've got. I didn't even notice. I must have run this video and not watched it, but a mini sewing machine, which is a really cool idea. And lately they've been doing a bit of art and showing us these elaborate collections of colored pencils and other ideas. When we dig through some of their content, like that Cricut machine they did over Christmas, and then they showed us how to make some stickers and things with that. They've been working on t-shirts and other things. They've got, I think they have a mug press, if I'm not mistaken. I thought I saw that in their thumbnail here, but I could be mistaken. Cricut is obviously the company that makes a lot of the stuff where we are able to make merchandise. Some of our friends are making mugs, and we got lots of friends printing t-shirts and things like that. I've got some custom hats here as well. I think these were ordered as opposed to made, but there's Rambling with the Brooms. I caught him just a few hours ago for Procrastination Thursday, and this one was from Mark the Shark. And he changed his name to Much Love and Aloha for a quick second, which is actually what he uses for a greeting. But they generously sent those over. I actually have another one from Mark, but I packed it away. Huga Homestead, good to see you in the house. Debes the Pug Mama Quilter is here. Thank you for coming in. And then when we look at Create and Relate as well, they've got live streams here where this is an example of exactly what I was talking about. Forgive me while I whine and complain about it, but at the beginning of the stream, just 10 minutes ago or 20 minutes ago, I mentioned the idea, how is it possible that I catch some creators some of the time, I catch some creators never, and then how is it that I catch everything from other creators? So look at this, Create and Relate, since finding the Superchat family, has gone live almost a dozen times, and I haven't caught even one. But I've got the notification bell on. And this is the kind of thing that drives us bananas. And it could be very confusing, because you might think that because you're not seeing certain creators come around, oh, they don't really care, or they don't have my notification bell on, or no, it's not that. The other thing too, I can tell you, Superchat as a channel, we're getting very close to 6,000 subscribers. So thank you everybody for that. The sharing and the word of mouth and the kind things everybody says are really helping us grow quite fast over the last few months. So I appreciate that. We'll have 6,000 any time now. But if you think about that, I subscribe to every channel, plus more, because I have other channels as well, right? And that's a lot of people to keep up with, and even Google's great technology is not going to be able to give us 5,800 notifications a week. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? I could barely get through, on a really good week, 300 videos in a week. And that's running, not necessarily watching, right? And I talk about that often. So Create and Relate. If you want, let us know in the chat when the next time is that you're expecting to go live. Because you were live twice yesterday. And a week before that... yeah, they seem to be doing these not quite on schedule, but at least once a week. So we'll see if they're going to do another one, and then I'm going to make a note for it for myself. I'm actually going to get Siri on the case as well. Oh, that was your channel as well, Tim Mitchell. Tim Mitchell's dropping a super chat as well. So thank you for that. And... Create and Relate, thank you for the super chat again. They've done that before. Tim Mitchell's done that before as well. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So Uno official off to pick squirrel. I'm gonna have to look for that again. I remember I saw it the first time you were here. That was a few weeks ago now, or at least a couple weeks. But we'll make sure to get to that. Kelly Family Adventures is here. They're willing to swap playlists. Anybody could do that with each other. Now's a great time because we're going to take a break for a few minutes here. What we'll do is we'll go for 3.5 minutes, and then we'll come right back, and we'll put Tim Mitchell and the Munchie Mafia officials channels up for a second. After today, I'm going to try to keep it to 2 just so we can keep moving. There's Rambling with the Brooms right there. There it is. Scott, I was just showing off your beautiful hat. We met up in real life a couple of times, actually. And then I know I just missed a channel coming in. Henry Leslie Vermont is here. Off Topic Squirrel, yes. And I will get that. I'll get that channel up on your other channels as soon as we get back from our break. Right before we do that, I'm going to quickly play a clip from our interview series. These are videos now that are on the Superchat channel listed in a playlist and as a podcast. There's 4 episodes already there. 2 more episodes that have been filmed have yet to be edited, but I'll get those out shortly. And these are extremely informative because the creators that I spoke to, first of all, have been through everything we've been through. They're still going through it. They're friends of ours for years, and they still come in, all of them. And then as well, they have all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course. But I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, what I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight, and the 0 to I think it was 82 was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at the 4,000, when you're at 4,000 subscribers, aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start or jump into a conversation like that. Instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
All right, we're just about back. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead is gifting a membership there, and Huga Homestead's been a friend of ours for about 4 years. They'll be happy to have that. I'm sure we'll make our Georgia Suburban Homestead the next channel we see, because we always put Superchatters and membership gifters onto the screen when those things happen. I added Mona Did What to the wheel a little while ago. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I know that Quilting in the Country Lori just came in, and we got a few new channels for today, so hopefully everybody is feeling welcome. And our instructions are always in our video description to help you get the most out of your time here and make sure you're getting the most number of friends, let's just say, while we're connecting authentically, if that makes sense. So the unofficial, official off-topic squirrel, usually I don't subscribe, but I think I just did a second ago when I pulled the channel up. I can't remember for the life of me if I'd already subscribed now or not. I can't remember 3 minutes ago. The unofficial, official off-topic squirrel comes to us from Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official and Tim Mitchell. We'll look at both of those channels in a second. I almost laughed though, because I see this, one of my first permanent full-time job was working in a bowling alley, so I noticed this title right away. But you know that when somebody makes a video with a title that says, like, don't leave bowling balls in the car, there has to be some kind of a story and a life lesson to go along with it. So we'll find out what that is in a minute. You got to pardon me just for a second. I'm going to go for another minute here. It's not going to be 3 minutes or anything, and then we'll come right back and talk about these channels. All right, pardon me for that. We're just about back. Jane Litterick, Living Skies Vintage. Good to see you in the house, and hopefully you're feeling welcome. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And thank you, Create and Relate. And then what we're looking at right now is one of 3 channels that are connected to the Munchie Mafia official. So Off Topic Squirrel here is bringing us videos, but this is a channel I've got to get to know. So what I'm going to do is take one of your videos here, and I think I'm going to take the longest one here. I'm going to put that in my watch later list. And then that will give me an opportunity later to watch that video, leave a meaningful, genuine comment. I will give you the thumbs up, and I've already got your notification bell on. I've already subscribed. Shorts on this channel have got pure variety, more bowling over there, and then they've gotten into 1,000 views on one of these, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. They seem to be doing quite a few of these. They seem to be on almost once a week. You'll recognize this right here because that thumbnail is pretty similar to what we're going to see from Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. These are channels that we're just getting to know. They've just been with Superchat for a few weeks now. 369 subscribers, and I've been through a few videos already, but they're usually in the kitchen making up something. And they got a real wheel behind them as well. How did I not notice that? And then if you dig through the thumbnails, you get an idea of some of the things that they're making here. A lot of it looks like healthy stuff too. When we look at what Chef CV has to say on their About section, we see that they're expecting to bring content that can relate to both beginners and pros in the kitchen, so I definitely consider myself a beginner. And then shorts on this channel, more delicious looking content here. And when we look at the popular ones, they've already gotten into 500 and almost 600 views, which is great to see. Live streams on the channel, so they're doing these fairly frequently, a couple times a week. There's that wheel again. Wheel of misfortune. Yes, like we call ours the Wheel of Doom here. And then Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official, hopefully everybody will connect with. We'd love to push them towards the 400 subscribers we know they're thinking about. Tim Mitchell is coming up as well. This is another channel connected to these two. And when we look at what Tim Mitchell has got going on, let me look for my channel in the YouTube filters. You could do that on a computer or on a phone. Let me try putting, it's not the right one. Let me try putting a quote around it, and that often can help. It's a very popular name for a channel, probably a popular name in general by the look of it. If I dig through these, I'm not catching it in the search results yet. Okay, well, what we'll do is I'll get the link from their channel, and then as channels grow, this one's fairly new with 33 subscribers. They typically rise up the search results. This is why we search, find, and click on each other. There's the link for everybody to connect with them. My other's Keeper, I hope I said hello. And then hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Duchess of Darkness is here. When we look at Tim Mitchell, we see just a few videos for now, but they're really here supporting the Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official and the Off-Topic Squirrel. So even though I've seen the first two videos, this one's really short from yesterday, but I'm going to put it into my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to stay caught up with the channel. And they got an official short video here, and we'll be looking forward to more. It looks like they just got a subscriber too. They got 34 now. So hopefully everybody will connect with Tim Mitchell. Obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, but they've been here for just about every stream since finding us. New Horizons, Above and Beyond, good to see you in the house. First Floor Audio is Lee from the UK, dropping a super chat. He's done that countless times before. Pardon me. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. But this is our Georgia Suburban Homestead. They just gifted a membership again, which they've done a million times before. And I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I'm not sure if Huga Homestead is still here, but if they are, they'll likely be put on the wheel right away because they picked up that gifted membership, I think. And then we're going to look at First Floor Audio in another moment here. And our Georgia Suburban Homestead, we're going to talk about her content on both of her channels in a second. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead is going to bring us typical homesteading content, occasionally in the home, but mostly outdoors. And you'll find from their shorts videos, those are mostly outdoors as well. I'm going to put the latest video into that catch-up list I keep talking about. Playlists can be a great way to keep or get caught up with creators. And then our Georgia Suburban Homestead, you get an idea of the different types of things they're bringing us. We've got lots of homesteading friends now, helping and learning from each other. And then shorts on this channel, mostly outdoor content again. One of their shorts has got 5,800 views, another one over 10,000, which is great to see. And then when we look at live streams over here, our Georgia Suburban Homestead is live occasionally, usually once a month or so. So you got one coming up, and that is today, as a matter of fact, at 8 o'clock. So it'll be a couple hours after we finish. Right after Tuber Chat, we're going to do a 1 hour music stream on our copyright-free music channel. Those are a lot of fun, so I hope everybody will come over if you've got the time. And that's going to be another 2 hours from now. Georgia Suburban Homestead, our Georgia Suburban Homestead will be on a couple hours later than that. Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja from New Brunswick. That's Shane. Hoping to meet up with him in a few weeks here. He's in the chat. And when we look at I Died NDE, stands for near-death experiences. This is a second channel from our Georgia Suburban Homestead, and what they're looking for here is not just an outlet for telling their own stories, but they're looking for other people to share their stories too about near-death experiences, let's say. So I hope everybody who hasn't connected will reach out to this obviously generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter on both of her channels, but this is an opportunity for people to collaborate and connect as well. And then live streams, they've done a few of those already. So hopefully everybody will help get this channel moving towards its first 100. And there you go. Oh, first and third Thursday is what they expect to do. I'll try to remember that. Whether or not I'll be able to do it, I'm unsure. But our Georgia Suburban Homestead, we'll try to get to that. And then I didn't catch it if Create and Relate. I think they just said they were hopping out right now. I asked them when they're going to be live next, and then I do that all the time. I ask a question, and then I don't watch the chat to see what they say. I don't mean to do that. It's just I talk too much. Everybody can see that. But I don't know if anybody caught that, Pete, or anybody else, if you caught what Create and Relate said about when they're going to be live next. I just want to try to catch them, because you see what I mean. They've been live almost a dozen times. I can't catch even one, but I'm on other channels every time they're live. And then First Floor Audio is coming up right now. Lee dropped a super chat, so thank you, our Georgia Suburban Homestead, for that gifted membership. Thank you, Lee, for the super chat. Vima's Crochet is coming in doing the same thing, so we'll look at their channel next. And I know I keep saying it, but we put super chatters and memberships gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. We'll get back to spinning the wheel in another few moments, and I will add names to the wheel from our chat list very soon, based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. So our channel that's up on the screen right now from the UK is Lee. Yes, a talented singer, songwriter, producer, and performer. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So First Floor Audio, like I said, a talented singer, songwriter, producer, and performer, is going to bring us his original works in the form of albums. They're always released all at once. And he's got lots of these, as a matter of fact, tons of music on his channel. So I'm just going to take one that I may not have seen yet and put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. And then when we look at First Floor Audio, we're talking about a creator that often live streams. So he's got a few shorts here, and they're usually just to promote live streams that are coming up. but he live streams frequently, at least a few times a week, and he is usually singing, songwriting, producing, and performing all at the same time. I can't count how many Tuber Chat songs he's made up on off the cuff when I've been there. But you'll have a great time hanging out. Very 80s influenced, 80s electronic influenced in my opinion. So I've caught him many times for many sets of music. And he's always got vibrant conversation, and occasionally a few people on panel with him as well. And then thanks so much, Scratch and Pete PA. Yes, when we're talking about swapping playlists, it's actually a really easy way of, I would like to say collaborating, but I use that word too loosely. It's a simple trade you can make with another creator with a lot of benefit. So the most obvious benefit is the fact that when you get a lot of different people, let's say dozens or eventually maybe even hundreds, to watch or run an entire playlist of your videos, your watch hours are going to grow. But when you connect with other creators and trade favors with them, that's when you're going to find yourself building friendships. And this is where the strong and solid foundation for our channels really comes from. When people are truly interested in your channel, your content, and your success, regardless of niche, right? Because we're connecting with channels of all different types here, let's just say. So swapping playlists is easy. You simply pick somebody out of the chat, say, hey, would you like to swap playlists? After connecting, it's better to connect first, in my opinion. There's always going to be new channels to connect with, always going to be more people to swap playlists with. But it's a simple arrangement where you're just picking a playlist to get them to run for you or watch, hopefully, and then they're doing the same for you. But the key there is when I say run the playlist as opposed to watch it, it's really easy to do. So you can do it when you sleep, when you eat, when you go out on another device or in another window on your computer or something like that. And this is how we're able to get through what I say sometimes is hundreds of videos a week because of playlists. And you're only obligated to run it. So we always recommend everybody leave as many comments or likes as you can reasonably. But a lot of people do it when they're sleeping or when they're out or when they're eating or doing other things, of course, right? And that's all fine. And that's really all there is to it, and it just starts with a conversation. So you know, the ulterior motive here behind everything that we're doing really has to do with building friendships with creators, because that's how I know. If you ask anybody who's been here, let's just say, this goes for everyone, but if you ask anybody who's been to Tuber Chat, I don't know, 5 or 10 times, let's just say, and then you ask them who their top 10 supporters are on their channel, they will have no alternative than to say, well, I met a couple of these people in Tuber Chat, or maybe even more so, and it happens all the time. And this continues on for years and years. This is why we're, you know, strong and solid, and it continues to grow, for which I'm grateful. But I'm always happy to see the friendships that are built between creators, and I see it all the time when you're out in other people's premieres and live streams and the live chats. You see the conversations going on between people, the true interest in each other's content, the inside jokes that people have with each other and things like that. It's my favorite part. Almost everybody will say that their favorite thing about their YouTube journey is the friendships that are made, so that's really what we're here to push. So Vima's Crochet is coming up. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. The next channel that we're looking at, Vima's Crochet, is somebody who's fairly new in the Tuber Chat family. She's been with us a few weeks now. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. It might be longer than I think, but somewhere between a few weeks and a month, maybe a little bit longer. And then when we look at this creator, we see just from the thumbnails the interesting things that they're making on their channel. We've had this influx of crochet channels, even though we've had lots of friends who either crochet or have channels about crochet for many years now. But a lot of people get together, they do StreamYard panels, they're doing this work together at, you know, all at the same time while conversating. But this is a really cool idea. I'm just going to take this latest video, put this in my catch-up list, see how they're going to crochet a pillow here. I never did learn to crochet or anything like that. I had a grandmother teach me how to knit for like 2 seconds, and then I lost interest, but I was, who knows, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old maybe. But if I'd have stuck with it, I mean, if anybody does, look at some of the elaborate, beautiful beautiful things you can make. Done a bit of sewing. We were forced to do that in school. I made a stuffed animal. I think I gave it to my sister, but I don't remember if that's true or not. But we see a lot of really interesting things from a lot of our friends. And Vimus Crochet is obviously bringing some of those. She's going to give us some information on her About section as well. She'll bring tutorials, patterns, and more inspiration, and obviously conversation as well. She's working on 1,600 subscribers right now. We'd love to push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. And Faith Family Treats has been making frequent appearances again. It's good to see you. I caught them for a couple live streams lately, I believe. Faith Family Treats is a member. I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. Thank you again, Vimus Crochet, for another super chat. Thank you, First Floor Audio. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And then YouTube Police is offering to run a playlist for anybody that needs some watch hours. We'll spin the wheel and we'll get to our next channel. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then Katie's Kitchen is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel as well. Handicapped Travelers has a couple of different channels. They bring us some spiritual inspiration through both of those. This one here is going to bring us a lot of travel, though, as well. And these creators give us a chance to get to know them. They often do live streams. I was lucky. I finally caught one the other day, right? And they could be talking travel or just about anything else. What we find is in a lot of live streams, the chat tends to drive the conversation. And thank you, Mona Did What. I've still got you on the wheel for now. And then Handicapped Travelers goes live once a month. Shorts on their channel feature a lot of outdoor content. They've gotten into 2,600 views on a couple of these with some winter weather there. There's a bit of a hint in there. And then videos feature both indoor and outdoor travel, as well as some cooking videos. Lately, they've been doing quite a bit of this, and then travel when they can. So it's obviously from a certain perspective as well, and they've now got 1,300 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 1,400 we know they're going to be thinking about. It's Me Alec is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel as well now, and we will look at Handicapped Traveler's second channel, Sir Dank for Jesus. And this is where they're going to bring us the spiritual inspiration, more so than I was talking about earlier. They're almost at 100 subscribers. They just need a few more here to hit that important and exciting milestone. When we look at their videos, they're posting frequently. I've just got the latest one. They're obviously reading some scripture here. I'm going to put... accidentally almost downloaded that. I'm going to put it into my... catch-up list. That's that playlist I use, pardon me, to keep caught up with creators. Then they've split these into a few playlists, which is great to see, and we'd love to push them, like I said, towards that 100. Bud Files is still here. I'm going to get them right back onto the wheel. I occasionally remove names from the wheel for creators that we haven't seen for a while, but I'll always put members and moderators back up. We'll spin right now. We'll see who's coming up next, and then we're going to go for another break here. We'll go for a few minutes combined between a literal break, and I'll play right before that a clip from our interview series again. Keep in mind, these creators have all been friends of ours literally for years, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Tuber Chat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group, and there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back. You know, so always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime.
Okay.
But we're linked by the ways, but they will know somebody that's scale modeling and they will mention me to them.
Right. So
there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in a weekend and Tuber Chat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of crap there it is.
There you go.
And so that I've put back in, because remember I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuber Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 Models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here, and you've doubled that number. You're still growing now. So
it's very slow growth, because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah.
And I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back, and now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back, but I needed the break. I really did. And I think YouTube have cottoned onto this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yeah,
definitely
improving over time.
Improvement is and also it's good, it's edifying for yourself. It really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. It's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. All right, we're just about back. I added Overclock Mix-Up onto the wheel. I took a few names off, so if any of our members or moderators are still listening but haven't been seen yet, just please be active in the chat. I'll get your name back on there, like It's Me, Alec. And then one of our longest-standing members ever on Tuber Chat is on the wheel right now. Faith Family Treats has been with us for what I think is about four and a half years. They're working on their 1,000 subscribers. They're officially on the road. And we always say you're officially on a road when you get to a 100 milestone. And since they've passed 900, they're at 934 right now. We know they're going to hit that exciting and important 1,000 subscribers very, very soon. You'll see delicious looking content throughout their thumbnails on their channel. Obviously, you see what I'm talking about here. And then shorts on the channel as well feature even more. Some of it's really healthy looking stuff as well. A lot of fruit, a lot of vegetables. But then we get some popcorn with what I think are M&Ms or maybe Smarties in them. And then 2,700, 3,700. I'm in Canada, so Smarties are a different thing for me. Faith Family Treats is bringing us live streams occasionally, so they've actually been pumping these up again, and you see that I've caught a few of these. This is what I'm talking about. How did I catch 4 of their live streams in a row, and I can't catch Create and Relate? But they've got a few more here, and I see they were just on earlier today. I don't know why I didn't see that when I was on this morning getting ready for Tuber Chat, but we've got notification bells on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. And hopefully everybody will connect with Faith Family Treats. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Like I said, one of our longest standing members. They've been with us for years now. And I'd love for you to get some of their support coming back to you as well. So let's spin the wheel, and we'll get another channel ready to go. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. It's Me, Alec is coming up. I find lately, whenever I search for a name with emojis in the name, they don't want to come up in the search results right away, but I don't know if that has to do with my particular place in the algorithm or if that's something that's happening universally now. It's Me, Alec is an enthusiastic creator who's actually been a friend of ours for years here also. He's got a brand new video. Well, it's from a month ago. I haven't seen this one. I'm going to put this one into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to stay caught up with him. It's just a fun name for a playlist that I have where I keep or get caught up with creators. It's Me, Alec's going to bring us pure variety. That looks like a mukbang video right there. He's got shorts over here as well that have gotten into 200 and 400 views on the way towards 500 now. Live streams on the channel, often with StreamYard panels, as you can see, and it's pure variety on this channel. So hopefully everybody will connect with It's Me, Alec, and he's live frequently as well. There's Danforth Avenue Wellness, Cake and Eat Meat Day with Cherry. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for the comments, by the way. I know you've been leaving some comments for us. And then Mary's Gemini Mind is a newbie, they say. We've got channels of all sizes here. Creators with channels of all sizes. Most people we consider to be in the beginnings of their YouTube journey, and considering the idea that everybody might be here for literally 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, possibly. YouTube's already getting close to 20 years old, right? Then a lot of us I consider to be in the beginnings of our YouTube journey. The idea is, for most people, I imagine you started a YouTube channel with no intention of ending it, not saying I'm going to do this for a year and not do it anymore. So most of us continue on. People come and go, people take breaks and things like that. But yeah, hopefully you're meeting new friends already, though, here for your time in Tuber Chat. And then thank you, Jane Little, for that. Jane Litterick. Thank you for that. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Super Rainbow Queen is here, another longtime friend. And the Stock Explorer, Nora, is here. She's got a couple of different channels. And this one's really evolved. She's been with us for 4.5 years now. I keep saying 4.5. Soon I'm going to have to say 5. Because Tuber Chat's going to be here for 5 years. at the end of this month. And then most of our moderators have been with us almost from the beginning. JR Excavating and Sons, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I caught It's Our Abundant Life's live stream earlier. Obviously, you must know that, but they got a couple channels connected together, and they were on for a while in a beautiful view of what I thought looked like the side of a golf course, but I'm unsure. The Stock Explorer is bringing us the stock markets and a little bit of crypto in a down to earth and level-headed way. Of course, they often have charts and graphs for us to see. They often have product in hand, and they're very forthcoming about their own stock plays, portfolios, and we talk about crypto between us a lot of the time. Nora's been a dear friend for a very long time, and all of our moderators here are dear friends of mine and dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things, but one of the things that they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres and live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. When we look at what the Stock Explorer's been doing lately, they expanded their content. They've always had a little bit of variety. They've mixed up a lot more of that. I'll show you the shorts in a quick second here. But then they've got series now called Scratching with Strangers, where they're literally meeting people for the first time. They've got interesting stories to tell and lottery tickets to scratch at the same time. And Nora's been bringing this for a little while now. JR Excavating and Sons is making me laugh in the chat. Yes, PeteBot is definitely the best kind of bot. I can't remember who came up with that first, but there's a few people out there who call him PeteBot, because there's no way somebody who's that supportive and everywhere all the time could possibly be human. That would be impossible, right? Shorts on this channel have gotten into 2,800, 4,200, even 13,000. This one's still getting views. It still gets views today. And it's great to see that kind of thing, because shorts, we know, usually give us a big boost of views. You can get, most people are going to put out shorts and get a lot of views on their shorts videos easier than with traditional videos, let's just say. We hope that some of the people who watch those shorts turn into viewers of our long form content, but it can give the channel a boost, both in views and subscribers. But it's rare that we see a channel give more than a boost or two, or pardon me, a shorts video give more than a boost or two of hundreds of views or thousands of views. Once in a while, we get them now where they keep trickling in views, literally for years, and the Stock Explorer has had that going on here for a while. As well, this creator brings a ton of different live streaming. They do StreamYard panels. I've joined them once on their channel. Sometimes they have friendly conversation between creators. Sometimes it's Nora just giving us updates and letting us know what's going on with her, or talking stocks and crypto. And lately there's been, for a couple of years now, or at least a year, if not a couple of years, a lot of lottery ticket scratch battling between creators. We often see Florida Claimers, Ted there, and a few other friends, and these can be very high energy, very fast paced, where they're literally lottery ticket scratch battling. It's exactly what you think it is when I say that. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Stock Explorer. They're working on 2,400 subscribers. They've got a second channel here where they want to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves in Florida. They're working on 300 subscribers. They're getting really close. They only need a few more now. And then you can see that Nora's got lots of videos on the channel and a few shorts to go along with that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Tropical Buzz. That comes from Nora the Stock Explorer. And let's think about spinning the wheel. We'll see who's next. Crystal Dragon Rita House of Creations is here. His word is going to bring us spiritual inspiration. They live stream often. And then Mary's Gemini Mind. We say a lot of silly things in the chat, like visiting each other's channels and dropping off packages and gifts and every other thing. It really just means that somebody's visiting your channel, watching a video from beginning to end of at least 3 minutes, and then leaving a comment. The comment is the gift or the package, or, you know, there's other silly things that we say, because we typically don't want to do too much talking about subscribing. And YouTube makes it very clear in the guidelines guidelines and terms of service that we can't simply subscribe to somebody just because they're subscribing to us. If you think about it, it's really useless anyway, because what you need on your channel is people who are going to watch your videos, who are going to leave comments, who are going to give thumbs up, and actually going to care, which is, we hope that most people do, as opposed to let's just get our subscribers up that doesn't ever do anything for anybody, right? If somebody's not really active on your channel, it's not going to turn into revenue or any other thing we're going to hope for anyway. Look at my camera falling all over the place here. Pardon me while I try to just fix this thing a little bit. And I've taped it 3 times already and it just keeps wanting to fall. Pardon me for this. And we'll get moving and looking at what Overclock Mixup has going on. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then today with Nikki, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And when we look at Overclock Mixup, this is a channel that's been here before. Forgive me for not being certain how many times. It could be a handful of times. It's been a little while, but longtime friend, and they're in the official road to 1,000 right now. I mentioned it before, but when you hit a 100 milestone, we say you're officially on the road to the next, and in this case, an important and exciting milestone of 1,000 subscribers. They've been posting a lot of videos lately, which is great to see. I'm just going to grab the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. And then Overclock Mix-Up, I'm going to read about their channel if they fill the about section out. So that's one thing I can recommend for everybody, is giving a description in your about section. And let's fire up ChatGPT here. Anybody can use this for free. I'm using the premium version right now. My subscription's going to cancel any second because I'm switching to Grok because I wanted my Twitter blue check mark over there. And you get, it's less money, and you get Grok Premium for free, or whatever they call it over there. But here's what we can do. So let's just say you have a YouTube channel that brings pure variety in your videos, right? You can just go into ChatGPT or any of your favorite AI systems now, and you can just type something along the lines of this. This is exactly how I use it. Write a lengthy, keyword-rich description of a YouTube channel featuring a wide variety of videos like crochet, cooking, travel, and more. And instantly, it's just going to come up with this incredibly long paragraph that we can use, or set of paragraphs that we can put into our about section. And my recommendation is always to read what it says and then just change a couple of words, but it's so easy to just copy and paste this. And I'll show you another trick in a second. I'll show you exactly how I use it. It actually did it for me because I've probably done it so many times I didn't even have to ask. But you see how it gave keywords for discovery, and they're already comma separated here, which is exactly what we need to copy and paste into our channel keywords. But if not, you can just say comma separated. You don't want to say tags because it might give you hashtags, but comma separated keywords, and it will bring up a list of comma separated keywords that we can use, and you can literally copy and paste that. And if you didn't already know, channels can have tags. They're in the background. Nobody really sees them anywhere, but it helps YouTube understand what your channel's about in the algorithm a little bit. We just want to fill in as much as we possibly can. And then let's spin the wheel. I'm glad that we're getting a chance to catch up with Overclock Mixup here. Like I said, we've seen them at least a couple of times before. And Vintage Style by Joe is coming up next. Pretty soon I'm going to start adding another name to our wheel from our chat list as well. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then Vintage Style by Joe is coming up. Yeah, forgive me, overclock mix-up. I usually don't do things like make recommendations, and I certainly don't look at channels like reviews or anything like that. But I did just want to mention that because it can be really helpful. You'll be surprised how many people look at your About section, especially sponsors. Sponsors always want to see. They're looking for a few things. I learned something this week because I'm so behind on my personal channel. I actually got rejected for a sponsored video. I was going to try to get paid for it, not just do it for free merchandise. And one company wrote back and they said, no, we'll give you the merchandise, but we're not going to pay you because you got no views lately. And I'm like, oh, yeah, because I haven't been posting videos. I stream occasionally, but I've done like a lot of product reviews, let's just say. And there's lots of different ways to monetize those if you think about it, but we have to be considerate about all the different things on our channel. We got to stay active, and we got to fill in everything that YouTube gives us an opportunity for, let's just say. Creatures of the Maroon Lagoon, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Vintage Style by Joe is up on the screen. I've actually caught them for a few live streams. Here's an example of a creator who I am getting presented their live streams. So I guess has it just been, yeah, I was going to say it can't be just twice, 3 times. So I caught them a couple months ago, and then I caught them again recently, just over the last week and a half. And they're bringing a lot of creativity also. When we look at their About section, they've got a ton of, oh, it looks like they're sharing with some of their friends here, links to other YouTube channels, which is a cool idea. And you can put all your Instagrams and Facebook and X and TikTok and everything else there as well. So they're on Etsy, eBay, Amazon, Instagram, Pinterest. Yeah, they got all kinds. And then they're bringing all kinds of creativity. But we saw a sewing machine, especially in those live streams. And then this is, I just watched this video. This is really cool because what they're doing is decorating even simple things around the house. I literally mentioned that in the comment that I left, is the idea that they took what otherwise they were calling a garbage can, but it's just a little basket they got. I forget if they said it was at the dollar store or whatever, just a plastic thing. What they did is take all these different scraps of different types of materials and things like that they often sew, and they literally show you how to measure around something, first of all, that's circular, and I forget what the word is that we use when you know, the sides are not square but they go in like that. Anyway, they show us exactly how to do that, and take something so simple like a garbage can that might just sit beside us for throwing away scrap paper or scraps if we're doing crafts like this, and turn it into something really nice, not to mention maybe even inspiring in the environment, because she made that garbage can for a sewing room. And Vintage Style by Joe is somebody we're still getting to know, but they're monetized already and have 2,200 subscribers, which is great to see. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 2,300 we know they're thinking about. There's that sewing machine right there. They've got some shorts that have gotten into a couple thousand views. One's on the way towards 3,000 now. And then live streams on the channel, and they seem to be live frequently, at least once a week. So hopefully I'll catch you again for another one. And Vintage Style by Joe does a great job of keeping up with the chat while they're doing what they're doing as well. And then let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. I know that Blessed to Crochet is just asking a question. With the Ultra package from Streamlabs, are you able to put the individual chat on the screen? Yeah, so you can. They have it as, let me pull it up here. So Streamlabs is something where you can get these things that they call widgets, and you can put that, it's very easy on Streamlabs desktop, which is what I'm actually using right now. Here's my other screen on my other monitor here, where I'm using Streamlabs desktop. It looks just like OBS because it was built on OBS. and you add these things into what they call your scene, and then you can change scenes and all this stuff. But the different widgets that they have allow different things to happen on the screen. So you see at the bottom middle there's a list. They call that an event list. All the super chats and membership things, like gifting, happens there. In the bottom corners, those are just slideshows, but they're screenshots of all of our members and moderators, let's just say. The screen that you see that's got the wheel and the channel that's usually on the screen, like Vintage Style by Joe here, that's actually another monitor that I have that I'm looking right at. But it's brought in as a big rectangle there. And then there's the Stream Boss under me, my camera. The logo is actually baked into the background. I put the logo right into the background image. Canadian Family Life's coming up in a second, but I got to remember how to dig through this thing here. So if I go down to this all widgets, it's going to show you all the different types of things that you can add into your screen. So some of you have seen, I did it on the Copyright Free Music channel where I put the chat right on the screen. Lots of creators do that. But I believe what Blester Crochet is talking about is putting up a comment, and I know it's here somewhere. You see all the different things that they have, and it keeps growing all the time. They got more and more different things here. Oh, I was certain that it was here. Chat box, event list. I know there's a way to a chat highlight. This is it, chat highlight. And then you see it comes up, and that looks very much like what StreamYard lets you do when you can click on it. I haven't used it. I don't know how complicated it is while you're in the middle of a live stream, because we all know that trying to like do things in the background while we're trying to talk can be a little bit overwhelming at times. But that does. And Blester Crochet, yeah, there's a lot more available on Streamlabs, but let me tell everybody something else here as well. So when StreamYard a while back did the move that they did, which I thought was awful and horrible and terrible and against everything I believe, they doubled the price of StreamYard for everybody, right? And they put you on this pro plan that for me turned out to be almost $50 a month. I'm in Canada, right? And I didn't even notice for the first 2 months. It probably went through on my credit card. I didn't even see until everybody started saying, we're switching, we're leaving, we hate them, and everything else. And so I looked into it, and what they did was they forced everybody one level up, and they slipped in a new level for the original $25 or $20 or whatever it is in your country and currency. So I just downgraded to the other plan, and now I'm paying the same amount. I barely use any of the features, but you all know that I use those. I use StreamYard for our interviews here, and I have used it in the past for our like 100 episodes and things like that. So that's an idea, is to just have a look. And if you go to StreamYard where you're going to upgrade or change your package, you'll see that there's a less expensive package that is back at the $25-ish level, $20-25 if you're in the States. So that's what I did. But I'm sure a lot of people didn't notice it because it was a horrible, and forgive me for being so negative, but a horrible business practice. I don't think that these companies that, you know, we never read the terms of service. We just click yes, yes, yes to everything. And then the problem is they have a right to do whatever they want. And once they're into your either bank accounts or credit cards or whatever, they could just charge whatever they want all the time. It's up to you and go and fight them. And, you know, I really dislike that idea. Obviously, you hear me saying the same thing 3 times. But there's headache in changing platforms as well. It's called lock-in effect when we talk about marketing and things like that. When, let's say, you have StreamYard, you've uploaded all your graphics, you've put some videos in there, you got a different intro, you know where all the buttons are, and everything else, they figure they can just charge you more and you'll just pay more because it costs you more in time to go switch to Restream and try to learn that whole system and upload all your videos and backgrounds, and maybe you don't know where they are on the computer, or maybe you don't have them anymore, and all this and that. So it becomes, that's what lock-in effect really is. This is why a lot of people on Windows don't want to switch. A lot of people on iPhone don't want to switch. I promise you I know what I'm doing, and I tried to switch from iPhone to Android, not because I love Android and dislike iPhone. I love Apple and everything Apple, but I wanted to use a Samsung phone as my main phone and just leave my iPhone for filming and other things, and it was a headache even for me. I was like, this is taking hours, and I feel like I'm going to lose things and never get it done, so I'll just stay. And this is how they hook us, right? So this is just an idea. Forgive the long speech, but you know what I mean. Coffee walks in, whatever. Good to see you in the house. Not for nothing. Homestead, good to have you here. That's a longtime friend as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. If anybody needs me to elaborate on anything that I've mentioned, then please just let me know. I miss a lot that goes on in the chat, especially when I talk so much. And then... Oh, so yeah, sometimes you get a deal by renewing things, right? So Amazon's really big for that. So there's a subscription service that I subscribe to as well. I really love audiobooks. I've read a lot of books, but I've listened to many more audiobooks, let's just say. And they got this service called Audible, as in sound, right? You can hear it, Audible. And they bought that many years ago. But what they often do, so I go in there and it costs, I don't know if it's $15 or $16 a month or something for me. I'm in Canada again. But what I do is I go in and then I get whatever book I want to listen to at the time. I try not to pay if I'm not going to use it. Then I just cancel, right? And you keep your membership for 30 days and then they'll give you a renewal. No, please stay. You know, we'll charge you half, or we'll give you a free thing or something else. Lots of these companies do that, and I do it all the time. So it's not that I want to be like cheap or overly frugal or anything like that, but why would you pay for something if you're not going to use it? I'm just as guilty as everybody else is signing up for something, paying for it for years, and then realizing, oh, I didn't, like the gym. Most of you can tell if you've seen me, I don't go to the gym, but I've been paying them for what, 6-7 years now, and I'm not kidding, right? It's sad more than funny, but you know what I mean. And this can happen with all kinds of things. So with online services, what I try to do is sign up when I need it, cancel right away, and if I need it again, I'll just sign up again. And I find that I usually end up saving more money by only paying for something for 7 or 8 or even 9 months instead of paying for the year. Streamlabs, I paid for a year on my personal channel, and I don't even use the thing. So now I'm upset because I was like, oh, I thought I was going to save money, but you can't predict the future. Right? I don't stream every week or whatever would make it worth it. So now it's become a headache because I'm like, oh, there goes I don't know if it's a couple $100 a year or whatever it is. And it's like, well, now, you know, I feel like I should use it, but I don't use it. So forgive the long speech again. Paranormal Poet, good to see you in the house. Cruz Bolero is here as well. And there you go. Yeah, Henry Leslie, Vermont. You can go live just with the YouTube system. The only problem is it doesn't have all the bells and whistles that we all like to have, right? Most people, like, when people drop super chats and gift memberships, people like to be recognized for that. Not just in the chat, but let's say on the screen. So I'm assuming that it's still working even though I can never see it. But when somebody drops a super chat or a membership, it puts a message on the screen. This person, you know, contributed this and that. And people love that stuff. A lot of people make videos where they can do like, oh, we got a super chat, and then there's music and everything else. And you can do that easily with the other systems, but YouTube doesn't have anything like that. We can't put comments up on the screen. It's for very basic live streaming, but it works perfectly, in my opinion. And I've used that as well. Cruz Bolero's in the house, like I said. Lisa J. Stocks is here. Rainy Ridge is in the house. Jesse Miller, Jesse Journals and Unboxes is still here. I'm just going to put her name on the wheel right now instead of waiting until we go on break. And Phil's Creepy Videos, fellow Canadian, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Oh, and thank you, Mel Runs Things. Thank you for that. they got meetings coming up, but they're still listening and in the chat. I had taken your name off the wheel. I remove names once in a while if I haven't seen somebody for like half an hour, but I just put it back on. Members and moderators will always be re-added. Canadian Family Life, speaking of which, is a member and a moderator, and this is Tiffany's channel. You hear her recognized by name in the chat and other places all the time. She's out supporting other people all over the place. And then when we look at what Tiffany's doing on her channel, she's in New Brunswick and bringing a lot of food bank grocery hauls, cooking videos. They have an impeccable container garden in the home, and I talk about that all the time. Her husband Chris has his own channel, but he also does a lot of 3D printing, solar equipment, and other do-it-yourself videos. Sometimes he's featured on Tiffany's channel. She's got family coming in and out all the time, so sometimes husband and wife challenge each other in cooking challenges. And then over Christmas, Tiffany did a lot of different types of content during a Vlogmas series. And then they've got lots of shout outs for other creators, Happy Meal, and a couple product reviews. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 2,800 views, 5,600 views, and then live streams on the channel as well. She only goes live once every month or two, but I've been lucky to catch the last few, and she's been live on dozens of other channels. This is how I first recognized Tiffany, from this channel, and she supports others all the time, but she's very recognizable because she's been featured in so many other channels, StreamYard panels. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. Obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, working now on 12,000 subscribers and monetize. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I know Be Amazing Sylvia is coming in and dropping a super chat. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. My others keeper, I've got you back on the wheel again as well, and we'll get to Be Amazing Sylvia in a second here. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. You like the shadows, you say, Canadian Family Life? And then Be Amazing Sylvia is coming up right now. Let's see what they've got going on. Oh, did I just, pardon me. No, we're good. I'm sorry, I'm looking at something and confusing myself here. I'm clicking a million different things in the background here. We're looking at Be Amazing Sylvia, who's been another friend from the beginning of Tuber Chat. We've been here for almost 5 years. Oh, or Lurk a Lot, yes, of course. Be Amazing Sylvia is one of the original 7 members of the Drop the Link Day crew squad. So Drop the Link Day is something that they were doing where every creator would go once per week. And so every day you have an opportunity in a grow stream similar to what we do here to meet more friends and family members. Be Amazing Sylvia is still doing these kinds of things today. I got a video here. I'm going to rerun that happy birthday video. I don't know why my red line's not all the way across there. And then I'm going to grab this second video. Happy birthday to your husband. There you go. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list as well. Now, Be Amazing Sylvia typically does variety of all sorts. She's a small business owner as well, helping people with weight loss and healthy eating and healthy living right now. Shorts on the channel feature more pure variety, but there's a lot of magic here because she hooked into a formula that really worked well for her. Her daughter happens to be a cheerleader, or have been, and they did a lot of filming of these shorts that have now gotten into 250,000 views, well over 500,000 views, and now at 750,000 views, and she continues to put more of these up frequently. So literally we're talking millions of views on shorts on this channel, and it really exploded her growth. So she's now over 13,000 subscribers. And then when you look at the live stream page, you can set a notification here for the next time they're going to do connecting with shorts. Now here in Tuber Chat, we've been doing the same thing for 5 years. and we just continue because we know that formula works. But it's not to say that there's only one right way to connect or wrong way to connect. There's lots of different ways. Be Amazing Sylvia has been at this for well beyond 5 years now. She knows all the a lot of different tips and tricks when it comes to connecting. So they got a system here with a few creators that get together and do these live streams. You can connect with shorts over there, and she'll tell you how to do it when you get there. She's monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I am Betty J Gathers might be in the house. Yes, there she is. She's here as a member and a moderator, so I'll get her right on the wheel. My goodness, I cannot seem to do any of what I want to do right now. I am Betty J Gathers is on the wheel. Crafty Witch 232 is still here. It's in the Scratch UK is in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to, of course. And then what we're going to do right now, we'll go on another break here. And we'll go for a few minutes, and right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip from our interview series. It's the latest one that's been filmed. It's not yet on the channel because I have to edit it, but it features the creator on the screen here. We'll hear what Be Amazing Sylvia had to say, because she's been a friend since we started Superchat. It's like 4.5 years now, and she's obviously at 13,000, long past her first 10,000 subscribers.
Okay, what I want to do is inform first and foremost. Anytime you make any type of video, you want to inform. You want to tell people a story. You want to show people a story. And when you show and you tell that story, you want to tell how that story affected you. And you want to tell your results. Okay. Because seeing is believing. And people want to see what I'm talking about, see what I'm doing. So that's what I'm going to do. And basically, I'm going to make it into a mini series on all of the products I have tried and how they have affected me. So
wonderful. Yeah, that's going to be something else to look forward to, especially knowing that you're starting something new now with the experience that you've got. So this is a perfect opportunity for me then to bring you back to the beginning and say, what kind of change have you seen in yourself, in your channel, in your community and audience based on all the things you've done up to now?
When I first started, I was such a green thumb. I didn't know what I was doing. I was all over the place. I promise you, just making videos, rambling, and I look back at one of my first videos and was like, what in the world? You know, it was all kinds of bloopers and everything. And I wanted to be such a perfectionist at the beginning. But as I have walked on this journey, I realized people don't want perfectionists. People want real. Yes. So when I make a mistake in a video, can I leave it in there? I'll be like, oh, well, I didn't mean to do that, but y'all already know I got an old lady brain. And a lot of people who follow me realize that. They was like, Sylvia forgetting a heartbeat. And I will, because I'm so busy. And I said, y'all already know I got an old lady brain, so we're going to keep that right in there, because what you see is what you get when you visit me. So I've learned that's how I changed. I learned how to just roll with the flow, be genuine, be real, be factual. Yes. And I'm not afraid to try new things. I try new stuff all the time. Sometimes it's a hit and miss. Sometimes it's a rock and roll. I did a short about 3 months ago. I think it's at 60,000 views right now. Oh, goodness. And I tried another one, that same genre, and it didn't work. That's all right. I'm gonna stay with it, because I think that it's a niche for me, but I just gotta work a little harder at it. Right. So don't be afraid to work hard. And if you get one no, people, remember, the next one will be a yes. There you go. Yes.
Alright, we're almost back. Did I say that I spun the wheel and, oh, I walked away for a second there. Did I not spin the wheel? Maybe I didn't. Let's spin, and we'll get another channel going right now. I think I wrecked my order here. Twisted Reed is coming up. We'll see what they've got going on. An overly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Pardon me, I just got something on the phone going on in the background there, so when we go on those breaks, I'm attending to something. It's not an emergency or anything, but I distracted myself there. Jennifer Hayes, thank you for coming in. I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by to say hello or drop a thumbs up. I know we got some friends that run the stream in the background as well. I do appreciate every moment. Sheena Sales, Thrifty Treasures, good to see you here. TWP Popcorn, I've been running into them frequently this week, and everybody here, I mean, is out supporting others, it seems to be, and I'm always happy to run into everyone while we're in other people's premieres and streams and things like that. So Twisted Reed is a channel I'm just getting to know. They just started coming in a few weeks ago. They're already a silver member, which means we see their channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, whether they're here or not. Pardon me while I try to again fix my camera. It's driving me bonkers. Such nonsense. But it's the least important part of what we're doing here, so that's okay. As long as the chat's running, we're good. When we're looking at Twisted Reed, they let us know on their About section exactly what to expect, where nightmares come to life, and then they're going to give us a description of how the stories are made, but obviously short horror stories with a twist is what they're letting us know. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 500 and now almost 600 views. We can see they're using some AI there. These AI systems are really, really cool, and we can obviously use them. I was playing around with ChatGPT's like new image creation thing. I haven't even found it to be better than what I was doing before. Most of you who've seen the Copyright Free Music channel know that our live stream thumbnails on that channel are made with a couple of different AI systems. Can't remember if I used Midjourney or I think Leonardo for one set of them, and then ChatGPT for the other, but I was fighting with that thing today, and it takes a little while to get down to getting these AI systems to do what you want. But Twisted Reed's got a great presentation on their channel as well. They got great looking thumbnails. They've obviously got their branding together. Anybody who's familiar with the channel will recognize their videos when they're recommended, and then we'll look forward to seeing what more they're going to do with shorts here as well. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Nora might still be here. We just looked at her channels 20 minutes ago, something like that. But Nora's usually in and out and usually lurking in the background, if not in the chat. And then the Bud Files is up on the screen right now. And this is a family of creators who seek to be modern day archaeologists. The idea is to uncover history and digitally preserve it in video, which they do. And then they've really expanded the content on their channel over the last few years, though, as well, where they have brought us for a lot of different types of outdoor adventures, often to touristy type places. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, part of their Way Back Wednesday series, where they're bringing us some more history on the channel. Shorts feature pure variety here, but you get an idea about the family when you start going through these. It's pure variety when we look at this, but they take some of these shorts from some of their outdoor adventures, and some of these have done well. 5,000 on one of them, 15,000 on another. Then when we look at live streams on the channel, I've caught them many times. Not lately. This is another example. Why would I catch them 4 times in a row. Look at all the live streams I caught from this channel, and then all of a sudden nothing for the last 14 streams. And it's, perplexes me as much as anybody. Although it's been a few months since they've streamed, but I've caught them both outdoors, especially in their home. They could be singing, dancing, playing a game, bowling through the house, which I can't help but always find extremely amusing. And the Bud Files, they're always laughing and having a good time. So they're working on 2,800 subscribers. They've been with us since the beginning, 4.5 years now. They are monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. The Fam Adventures, good to see you in the house. And we'll spin the wheel, and it looks like Day One Walks might be coming up. They've got 2 channels as well. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Globies Travels, good to see you here. And then, Sheena's been with us probably 4 years as well, somewhere around there. And she's still at it. She's still doing live streams frequently. I know she's good friends with Nora from the Stock Explorer, but I run into her supporting other people as well. M&T Living It, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. They've been making frequent appearances, and they've been friends of ours for years also. I can't remember how long everybody, has been here with Tuber Chat, but sometimes I like to recognize that when I can remember if somebody's been here for more than a year or 2 or even 3 and beyond. Day One Walks is here. Now, this is a creator who's been with us almost from the beginning as well. We know him as Day One Adventures, and I'll show you his original channel in a second. So Day One Walks is still going to bring us more outdoor content, travel-based ideas, but more like walk and talk videos, right? And lots of creators we see doing that, or with channels that do that. Working on 400 subscribers already, which is great to see. Here's a few examples of these AI type thumbnails, which are getting better and better. I mean, the world is moving at light speed now. I just happen to be interested in all that stuff, but you'll be shocked at how well the stuff has improved in just a year or a couple of years. But Day One Walks is otherwise going to bring us travel, like I said, mostly walk and talk videos. And I'll show you shorts. First of all, let's have a look at how they're doing here. They've already gotten into 3,000 on one of these. And then when we look at Day One Adventures, we see that this creator's always brought us travel, literally for years now. A lot of food reviews here also. And did I catch them for... No, they did a live stream with fireworks a while back, and then they've got shorts on the channel as well. They keep catching Cybertrucks, eh? 57 and 9,400 views over here, which is great to see. And then they're posting frequently on both channels now. I've been missing the last few videos. I'm going to take the latest one, put this into my catch-up list. And how to create the best sundae. That looks like a banana split. You throw a banana in that little boat there, and that looks like a banana split to me. That's something I've eaten an unreasonable amount of. But looks delicious either way. Shorts on the channel. They've gotten, like I said, into 5,700, 9,400, which is great also. And obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up. And we'll see what I Am Betty J Gathers is doing as a member and a moderator here. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then I Am Betty J Gathers, like I said, as a member and a moderator here. She's been with us pretty much from the beginning as well. She is always laughing, always having a good time, talking about living her best life over 60. But all of her content can relate to everybody. I know she's planning some new content now. She's putting out some shorts to keep the channel active. It's been a while since she's dropped a video or a live stream. But she always does a great job of keeping up with the chat and the live streams. The conversations can go just about anywhere. She's done a lot of interviews with creators. I was part of her last series. She was challenged by Crystal Sparkle And last year, she did 365 shorts, if you can imagine. And she's got many more than that because she keeps it going now. She's gotten into 10,000 on tons of these, or many of these, 8,000, 9,000, 7,000, featuring the creator. And then a few of the newer ones have started to really pop into 13,000 and 15,000, which is great to see. She's monetized, of course, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Pumpkins in Wonderland, good to see you here. Diamond Painting with Coco is also in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everyone's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. And then I Am Betty J Gathers, has been featured on other channels many times before, lots of live streams, but this creator also brings us the idea of healthy eating, healthy living. She often talks about intermittent fasting in her vlog series that she did for a very long time. She brought us into her home, took us out on the road. You can see what I mean. She's always having a good time over here. So hopefully everybody will connect with I Am Betty J Gather. She's been a dear friend to us here for all these years and responsible literally for hundreds of thumbs up on our channel because of her friendly and energetic reminders. Ghost Boy Gaming is in the house. That's the Bullock the Bullock Experience with a gaming channel. It's good to see you here. TWP Popcorn is somebody I've been running into frequently lately, and they have been dropping at least one live stream that I caught.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
When we look at TWP Popcorn, we see more variety. Let's see what they say on their About section. Deepwater Cultivating presents TWP Popcorn, How to Indoor Garden. They also cover MMJ and cultivation in Kansas City, Missouri. Well, you're going to have to learn about these things. And they've got some hydroponic equipment and things like that they're going to teach us about. They've been pulling some highlights from their live streams, which is a cool thing that you can do if you're streaming on the YouTube platform. And forgive me because I'm unsure about which other platforms allow that highlight feature. I'm uncertain as to whether it's available on things like Streamlabs or StreamYard or anywhere, but if you use the YouTube system while you're live streaming, there's a button you can hit and it automatically chops a video of the 5 minutes that occurred right before you hit that button or up until you hit that button. So it's really cool because if you're doing a live stream and something great happens, you could imagine that for outdoor live streams or event-based live streams. You hit that button, now you got a 5-minute video. Puts it unlisted, gives you time to set the title, description, tags, and put a thumbnail on it, and then you can put it out, which is really cool. And you're not going to get copyright ever on your own content, of course. I'm just going to set notifications for some premieres they've got coming up. These are, again, from a live stream. They've been doing a lot of that lately. They got some shorts over here as well. And these have gotten into 10,000 and even 15,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel. Obviously, they're doing a lot of these. I caught them the other day. They just did one yesterday again. And this is a longtime friend, actually. TWP Popcorn's been with us many times. And I see them out supporting other creators as well. The Winning Walk with Christina. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. The weather is unpredictable for a lot of people right now. I'm in Canada, so we're not getting the worst of it. Not in southern Ontario. But we just had ice storms in other parts of the province and country. And then, yeah, Ghost Boy Gaming, hopefully you're doing what you need to keep safe. You know, that kind of stuff obviously is to be taken seriously. We don't have that. You know, where I live, the idea of a tornado happens once every 20 years, 30 years. Fingers crossed. Let's spin the wheel, and we'll get another channel ready to go.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
99 Midnight Gamer, good to see you here. Galacticness, I've got you on the wheel. They happen to be a member. We always put members and moderators onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Rainy Ridge is up right now, and we'll see what they have got going on. on their channel, 2,600 subscribers to start with, and obviously monetize. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we get to their channel, they let us know they've got a woodworking shop. They enjoy a lot of the outdoors, and they bring us a lot of outdoor content as well. It's primarily what the channel's built on. Once in a while, they're inside. I'm just going to grab the latest video here, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. Looks like they've got some pheasants coming as well. Forgive me, I'm not sure if they've already got them or if they're coming and that's why they're building a pen, but we'll see. And then let's look at shorts on this channel. They've gotten into 13,000, one at 18,000, which is great. A lot of times when you put any kind of meat onto a grill or you know, are cooking and this and that, those videos on a lot of channels seem to do really well. And then live streams as well. So this is Eric and Tina, and I didn't catch the one from a few days ago, but they're on, I think, once a week. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. Yeah, Saturdays always. You can see the time in their thumbnail here. So they'll likely be on again this Saturday, a couple days from now. Hopefully everybody will connect with Rainy Ridge. I also run into them supporting other creators, and they're here with us frequently. And we'll spin. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to take a break again, and we will go for a few minutes. I'm going to play another clip from our interview series here. And these are creators who, first of all, have been with us for many years. They're going through exactly the same things we are. The only thing is that they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, you know, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was I think your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of like views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was like pushed to the back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, you know, like skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well. So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together, so we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and you know, when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were like pushed to the back. But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check your analytics out regularly. It does help. And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. Because you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well. Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even like scrolling up and down and like how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, like, you know, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not like go with YouTube's policies. Like, we have a lot of fun with like pranking each other and stuff like that. Like, what we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or like pranks wise, that like skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do like, say like a trend of meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that like shorts really help us have like them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're like, I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
All right, we're just about back and looking at Mel Runs Things. I spun the wheel right before we went on that break there. And Kaiser Gaming YT is Chris's Clever Craft. He's another longtime friend who's been with us for several years. He's been with us almost from the beginning, as a matter of fact. And he dropped a super chat. So we're going to look at his channel next, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel like we always do. Blester Crochet, Crafty Witch 232, and my others keeper. I know they've all been here for a long time. Just please let me know if you're still here. I always put members and moderators back onto the wheel if I remove their names. And I do that a few times during the stream just so that we can get to as many channels as possible that might not always be seen on the screen. Let's just say in another 15 minutes or so, I'll start dropping the link for our copyright-free music channel. We'll do an extra stream over there for another hour, and that gives us more time to connect with each other. There's music playing. It's like a virtual nightclub over there. We got a video game going in the background, and everybody can participate in the chat. The biggest thing, of course, is that it gives us all a chance to make some more friends for another hour. And then Mel Runs Things, up on the screen right now, is working on 1,800 subscribers, which is great to see. Mel Runs Things has been with us for a few months now. It's a channel I'm still getting to know, though, so I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos. I think I might take this second one here, because this is a clip out of a live stream, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. And that's an interesting one, because usually I see highlights that are 5 minutes. I'm surprised that that one's 3, unless there was something you did to make that happen, or if there's an option I haven't yet seen. But I've got that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get another piece of content watched. Mel Runs Things is going to give us information on their about section. They bring us a lot of almost, we say, ASMR type content, and what I mean by that is pleasing audio and pleasing visuals, but sometimes Mel Runs Things is filming herself as well. You can see that right here. Some of the shorts on the channel have gotten into 2,200, 2,300 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel, they've got one coming up a couple days from now, and they're going to do a giveaway, so you can get ready for that. Pizza, of course, we talk about pizza all the time, you know why. And they've been live streaming frequently, as a matter of fact. They just started these a month ago, but look at how many streams. They've almost done a dozen of them, so several times a week, which is great. And then hopefully everybody will connect. Obviously, Mel Runs Things as a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, but they promise to bring us lifestyle videos, family, cooking, fitness, running, and basically living over 50. And they're here with us for just about every stream. They have been ever since finding us. Thanks, Globies Travels. And then Kaiser Gaming YT, like I said, was Chris's Clever Craft. And pardon me, I missed another question in the chat. I said I was going to answer it, and then I skipped right over it. And I see another one coming in now. Was do when you put it in your catch-up list. Oh, that's just a playlist that I use. I just have a silly name for that playlist. And what I could do afterwards, I'll show you for a quick second here. But if I go to that playlist, it's my catch-up playlist here, then you see there's all the videos that I either watched or ran earlier. Some of them don't have red lines because I'm switching accounts all the time. I'll have to rerun those. But then you see the newest ones that I added today. So starting around here, see I let a couple of live stream replays go at the end there. So some of these videos, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them and reorder them. You can do this on a phone or on a computer. And what will happen is I'll put the shortest ones at the beginning, and I put them all in order. And then when I have time to sit there for half an hour, and literally watch videos and pay attention, I get the maximum number watched because all of the shorter ones are at the beginning, the 3, 4, and 5 minute videos. If that makes any sense. But it's just a silly name for a playlist that was given to us by Ghostly Winds, a longtime dear friend. I decided to keep that as an idea. You know, it's just a fun play on words. But I use that to keep or get caught up with creators, and then I clean it out every day or two. You have 2 pineapples. Let's drive everybody bananas. 2 pineapples is doing really, really well. They just passed 20,000 subscribers, I think. And we heard from them earlier in our interview series clips there. And let's say the age-old question. I'll ask everybody in the chat. If you haven't yet seen in your live stream how to set up a poll, we'll do that too. And then forgive me, I know I promised I was going to get to a question. Let me see if I can find it. From Simple Scary Stories. I'm going to answer that in a quick second about how to get more views or get them to pick up. So let's have a poll here just for fun. That has nothing to do with YouTube. Does pineapple belong on pizza? We'll change our answers to of course, always, or no way, never. And you guys can tell us what you think about that. In Canada, we have there's a type of pizza, and we call it Hawaiian. And I don't know if it should be, and it's interesting because 2 pineapples is in Hawaii, but we have Hawaiian pizza at a lot of the biggest franchises. You can walk in and get a slice, or you can order it, and I believe it's pepperoni, bacon, or so pardon me, it's ham and bacon and pineapple. and that's what they consider Hawaiian pizza here. So you can let us know what you think about that. And then, yeah, thank you for that diamond painting with Coco. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to miss that and skip over it. Simple Scary Stories. Hopefully you're still listening. So they asked, their videos used to get consistent views, and now they're getting close to 0. What should they do? So the first thing I'd always recommend is just to go anytime you're posting anything and make sure you're maximizing if you can. And that means putting a considerate title, putting a full lengthy description. I showed everybody how to do that earlier today in ChatGPT, something you can use for your about section or descriptions of videos. I use it all the time. Or you want to make sure you have tags, a few hashtags, although those are becoming less relevant today. You know, a lot of people forever are going to be looking for hashtags on YouTube, but it's less and less all the time. Twitter, or X now, has made them irrelevant. Apparently they don't even want us to use hashtags anymore. It's not necessary, but you can. Never more than 14, because YouTube tells us if there's 15 or more, they might ignore all of them. And then a thumbnail matters. And you hear in our interview series, we talk about the idea that you can switch your thumbnail, title, tags, everything as often as you want. So that can help. That can breathe new life into older videos, and we hear stories from people occasionally that talk about that as well. The other thing is it comes down to consistency a lot of the time. You always want your channel to be active as a minimum. If you cannot put out videos, shorts, or streams, if you're sick or away or something else, just a community post is enough to keep the channel somewhat active. And then when you post, you want to make sure you're as consistent as you can be. And a lot of times, you know, people will, let's say, get into the idea of making a handful of videos. Like you've been off for a month, and you say, okay, I'm going to put a bunch of videos out this week. But then you burn out again, and then you don't have videos for 3 weeks after that. My recommendation would be, if they're not time sensitive, if they don't have to go out today, if it's a recipe or a vlog or something like that, that's not time sensitive, you can just batch film 3 or 4 videos together and set them to go out once a week for the next month. If you do make more videos than you thought you were going to, you can always speed them up. You can always change the dates. But that is part of it. So forgive me for delaying and answering that. And if you need me to elaborate, anybody at all, just let me know. Oh, how did you get a poll in the chat? Did I show everybody? I thought I showed everybody. Did I show everybody? If you want to go back and just look, I just put it a couple minutes ago. You can. You won't be able to rewind right now, but after the stream ends in another half hour, you'll be able to go right away and look back, and it'll be about 2.5 hours into the stream. Right before we're looking at Kaiser Gaming YT, we did how to do the poll in the chat. And let's close that off. Nez Lover, good to see you here, by the way. Thank you for coming in. And then, yeah, polls are great because they add another way to interact with the chat. And I do silly ones here usually that have nothing to do with YouTube. And that's Southern Bell Auctions. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Let's see what everybody wants pineapples to know here. Does pineapple belong on pizza? And the consensus is yes, of course. Here, let's do another. I'll tell you what, we'll do another poll, actually. I should have thought of this. I'll do another one right now. And then, how about this? We'll do a YouTube one. So all you do is you go on this area. Like, you have to be looking at your own channel. But I believe you could do it on a phone as well as on the computer. And then I'm going to click this little plus button. I haven't done a Q&A, but you can. If anybody wants to give us an opinion on whether you've tried that or not, that's great. But I can go to start a poll here, and then I can ask a question, and I can say, are you posting videos every week? Or maybe a better way to do this so I can show you is, how often do you stream or post videos? We'll consider shorts videos. I'm not too serious here. I just want to show you how to do this. And then you can change these answers. It doesn't have to be just yes or no, but you can only put 4 of them. So I would say once per week, once per month. Add an option. You could say every day, We'll add one more option to say I'm behind. Oh no. And then it just pops up there. So you'll see it'll look like this for a second. It'll collapse itself. And whenever you want to, you can just click that end poll. I would give it a few minutes for everybody to get their answers in. And then you see how it just pops up in the chat. Stitching it up, capturing country life. Not sure if I actually said hello. The source, good to see you on the house. In the house. And, yeah, no, we had to do the pineapple on pizza. I haven't had pizza in a while, so I'm thinking about it. One of these days I gotta lay off of that stuff. But it is my favorite thing, apparently. I say this all the time. I used to think lasagna was my favorite food until I realized I've eaten a lot more pizza in my life. Kaiser Gaming YT on the screen. This is Chris's Clever Craft, a friend who's been with us from the beginning. And he's got a gaming channel. He posts every single day here. He on the house. He's still. That's my Canadian accent. There you go. You know when I talk about that I'm gonna misspell and misspeak. So Kaiser Gaming YT is playing a lot of Fortnite now. Occasionally they mix up the games, but they're posting every day. They got videos, they got shorts, they live stream as well. And, oh, sorry, Skyrim they're playing. Shorts on this channel have done well, getting into 9,000 and 10,000 views. Monetized, of course, working on 1,400 subscribers. Sorry, they're on a series of Skyrim right now. I should have remembered that. But they were doing a lot of Fortnite before that. And Kaiser Gaming YT is on just about every single day. Now, they're obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They dropped a super chat, so we put their channel on the screen right away because we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Oh, did I put the wrong thing in the chat, in the poll? It's okay. It's just for silliness anyway. I meant to say every day. Yeah, if you're posting a video every minute, that's great. And thank you, Ghost Boy Gaming, watching the weather. So one per week, one every day. I don't know yet. Many of us, including myself. So don't feel bad. And then hopefully we can get some stuff happening. And then, yeah, Just Jason Keto and more. It's perfectly consistent. One video and one stream per week. Michael's Adventures posts every single day. Scratch and PPA posts every Tuesday for 4.5 years now. Basically. And then Chris's Clever Craft is the creator behind Kaiser Gaming YT. He's got an interesting property. He brings us indoors and outdoors. Got a lot of friends out there. Look at that. And there's lots of stories to be told on this channel. I'm just going to grab his latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with him a little bit. I was hoping the thing would come up where I could see what he's doing in that video. And then you get an idea. It brings us into his home, outdoors, stories to be told, shoutouts for other creators, occasionally a product review. And Chris loves to work. He showed us that you can actually trade work for things of value. Not everything has to come down to money all the time, right? And one of his videos here, this shorts, this renovation video is getting into 26,000 views and still growing. Not to mention, he lately has been live streaming again, doing some more work. And I caught him the other day working on one of these walls in the house here. And then he's doing something outside as well, planting some cherry trees. Looks like a bit of work there. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one. And we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then Galacticness is coming up. Some more gaming here. Oh, that's interesting to see. Just Jason Keto says if he posts more than once a week, all the videos seem to suffer. I don't believe I've ever been able to get to a point of doing more than one a week on any channel other than Superchat. Even on the copyright-free music channel, like, we're stagnant right now because, you know, music costs money, obviously, and I haven't posted any new music for a while. There's about 60 songs over there that everybody can use for their video shorts, live streams, and everything else. It's available for Instagram Reels and TikTok videos and everything else too if you search for it. Crafty Witch 232, they've been on like crazy. Yeah, they've been streaming like almost daily and posting videos. Not so much, but they got some shorts there. It's the streaming they're doing more than anything else. Galacticness is playing some video games as well. They just got a few videos here, but live streams are where they're doing Red Dead Redemption right this second, Undead Nightmare, my favorite company, of course, Rockstar, the makers of Grand Theft Auto. We'll see if they're going to bring some Grand Theft Auto onto the channel, especially in a few months when Grand Theft Auto 6 finally comes out. That is something I'm going to spend an unreasonable amount of money on. And Galacticness is working on 200 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They've been here just about every stream lately, actually. They're a longtime friend, but they've been with us consistently for a while now. So obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Hopefully everybody will connect with them, get some of that support coming back to you also. And then Jesse Journals and Unboxes is coming up right now.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Oh, Kaiser Gaming YT, what is GTA 5 Enhanced? What on earth is that? I haven't, I bought an Xbox so that I could live stream, and I still haven't. As a matter of fact, it's right beside me too. I use it to make content sometimes, but you've seen that on the music channel. Jesse Journals and Unboxes is up on the screen right now. Is Tampa's Creek in the house? I'm not sure if they're here. Sheena was looking for you, the Stock Explorer. I don't know if you caught that. She was in here earlier. She might still be here. Jesse Journals and Unboxes posts every week with consistency as well. She's been pretty much consistent the whole time we've known her, 4.5 years now. She typically puts out at least a video a week on Sunday. She's only, that I know of, taken a break or two. But this creator posts consistently right now, sometimes even more so. And, I am Betty J Gathers. Yeah, I hope you get that out. DJI3. And, Jesse Journals and Unboxes is going to, on her channel, she unboxes just about anything that can be unboxed. Sometimes subscription services, sometimes more like a haul, occasionally Happy Mail from other creators and things like that. But she shows us the things she makes with the things that she unboxes, especially when it's things like crafting supplies. This is why the name's changed now to Jesse Journals and Unboxes, because she's doing a lot of collages and a lot of journaling. And she does a really thorough job explaining either what she's already done or what she plans to do with the things that she unboxes. And like I said, shows us a lot of the things as well. And then she features a lot of the products that she finds in the unboxing videos on the shorts on the channel. So like jewelry here, snacks here, stationery, crafting supplies, bath and beauty products, just about everything and anything literally, as well as live streams. So she live streams usually about every month or two. It's been a little while. We'll expect another one in another month or two now. But she's the kind of creator who's so supportive to others that she can literally go live or drop a premiere anytime she wants, and she'll have a flood in the chat of people ready to support her because of what she's done for them. And then The Source is dropping a super chat. Thank you for that extra generous support. We're going to put their channel on the screen right now. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. I meant to drop the link for our copyright free music channel, and I don't think I did it yet. What we're going to do is go over there, not yet, but soon, for an hour where everybody can keep connecting the same way we do here. And it's like a virtual nightclub over there. There's music playing, there's a video game going, everybody can participate in the chat. When we look for The Source, we got to make sure we get the right one. So you can match the avatar, but I'm just going to drop their link right now because I don't want anybody to not get them. And this is how we really, the best help is by searching, finding, and clicking on each other. or our channel names, but we'll do this for now. Braylon Lee, I saw you come in. I put you on the wheel, by the way. So the source is here with a channel I'm still getting to know. But they've got a lot of positivity on their channel, or on their about section on their channel, and they're talking about being in Hawaii, as a matter of fact. I'm just going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list and see what they've come up with here. Yeah, I'm still getting to know what they're doing on their channel specifically. It looks like mostly variety, but featuring the creator, so a lot of stories to be told. Live streams, I just caught them a few days ago, but look at how many streams they're doing, more than daily. They're doing like more than once a day, it looks like. And they've got one coming up on Saturday, so we'll look forward to that. I got my notification on for that one already. It looks like a interview-style conversation. Oh, Crafty Witch 232, yes, I was looking for you earlier. I pull a couple names every once in a while if I haven't seen somebody. I know Crafty Witch is usually here for the whole stream, and forgive me because I didn't realize when I was just referencing what you were talking about there, that I hadn't put it back on. I always at the end of the stream I'm kind of racing. I just want to get to as many channels as we can. And the source, thank you for another super chat. They've done that before. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. My other's keeper is here. Forgive me, I think you were live earlier and I missed it, if I'm not mistaken, when I was setting up for Tuber Chat. Oh, 21 minutes ago? Maybe not. Yeah, oh, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I was wrong about that. That's okay. My other's keeper is a channel I'm still getting to know as well. Fairly new in the Tuber Chat family. 281 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 300 we know that they're thinking about. And this creator, let's read from their About page for a second here. They've got a lot of different experiences. They'll have some different things to describe on their About section to give us an idea about the motivation behind the channel. They've got Blessed to Crochet as an interview there, which is great to see. And then shorts over here. Like I said, I still got to get to know this channel. Working on 600 views, working on 800 views on a couple of these shorts here, and they look like they're cut from those interviews. And they've got a lot of live streams coming up, so you can see they've got like I was going to say a week's worth. They're halfway into April. Yeah, so they got a good week's worth of streams ready to go, including one today. So they're going to be on at 8 o'clock Eastern, which is basically 3 hours from now, just over 3 hours from now. So hopefully everybody will connect with my other's keeper. I'm going to make sure I got notifications on for all of these. I had a couple of them already. We always set notifications for everything we see, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel, and that's just in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. So I pinned this link, but I'm going to drop it again for everybody to come over to that copyright-free music channel. If you haven't seen it, it's an interesting bunch of fun that we have over there. It's like a virtual nightclub going on, and people filter in and out. Everybody can connect. We got a video game going. You can participate in the chat and actually on the screen with commands that we use in the chat. Legends Gaming 667, good to see you in the house. They're a member. I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. And then Scratch and PPA, everybody knows and loves as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
And yeah, I got into a couple lengthy speeches earlier today, so that's why we're racing now. But yeah, we've done really well today, so thank you everybody for that. After, I think we got one more stream at this time a few days from now, and then I think we're switching them up. I posted a lot of streams on the front page so you can get an idea of when they're going to be, but we're going to move them a few hours later for the next couple weeks so that we can reach some creators that haven't been able to come in for a while. And then I mix up the days and times always. We're here every 3 days right now. That just allows me to always be telling the truth when I say we're here 3 times a week. But it gives us a chance to really mix things up, gives my voice a rest, gives everybody a chance to, look forward to the next stream without doing them every day, let's just say. And then Scratchin' PPA up on the screen right now is another fellow Canadian with incredible consistency. This guy has put out videos every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern for well over 4 years now. He has not missed 1 week, if you can imagine that. He puts a lot of work into his videos as well. You'll see that when you get into them, but his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video, well over 4.5 years ago now. Scratchin' PPA is known as somebody who really put a lot of thought into what he was going to do before he did it. And I didn't even know that lottery ticket scratching on YouTube existed until we started the Superchat channel. Scratchin' PPA puts an interesting twist on that by pitting 2 lottery tickets against each other and giving us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, X, or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. He's working on 2,400 subscribers right now, and you can see that his bright, beautiful avatar is matched by content in his thumbnails. They give us a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series. His banner's updated every single week, if you can imagine that. And like I said, his video editing skills have been complimented all the way along. If you can catch us for one of his premieres, like I said, they happen every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern with perfect consistency. You're going to see exactly what consistency does for somebody, because Pete can be looked at as an example now. I'm not sure what the peak is. I wonder if Pete's ever looked and figured out what the peak number of viewers he's had in a premiere are. I'm guessing it has to be 60 or more. And I forget if you told me before, or I probably asked and didn't see the answer. But Scratchin' PPA has a very fast-paced, very high-energy live chat because of the support that he gives to other people. I believe that's the biggest reason, right? Because he seems to be everywhere all the time. So there is a flood every Tuesday afternoon of people getting ready to support him regardless of what they're doing. And very fast-paced, very high energy, a lot of fun to be a part of for sure. He expanded the content on his channel last year when he took a trip to Italy. He brought us some vlogging-style shorts videos, which gave us a look around all the different areas he visited. And then he also brought us some Italian lottery tickets that we otherwise might not have seen. He brought us his very first live stream from that trip to Italy as well. So I know a lot of people are hoping for more, but more so a lot of people will be excited to know he's expanded his content on his channel. He usually has his premiere set up by Saturday, so they get a few days to percolate in the system and everybody can plan and remind each other to go and vote, which I haven't yet for this week's video. And he gives us 3 opportunities to do that. And then let's spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
Braylon Lee is a channel that's fairly new in the Superchat family, but they bring us commentary about reality television. And they get into series here. I'm going to have to rerun this, but it's probably still on my catch-up list. I'm going to grab another video. I'm going to put that in there as well. And this creator's got a few different series on his front page here, you can see. But when we get into, let's look at live streams first, you're going to see that he talks about a lot of the popular reality television shows. A lot of us will recognize a lot of the characters here, and he gets into commentary, obviously, and more variety when it comes to these different shows. This creator is incredibly enthusiastic. Most of these videos are at least an hour long, and then shorts on the channel as well have gotten into 500, even 800, almost 900 views on one of these. So hopefully everybody will connect with Braylon Lee, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, but somebody who's been with us for a few weeks now, and in every live stream as far as I can remember, and 2,900 subscribers is where his next milestone is going to be. And a lot of news and pop culture as well for Braylon Lee. And Crafty Witch 232, there we go. For our members and moderators, occasionally I remove names from the wheel if I haven't seen somebody for a while, but I'll always put them back on as soon as I see you in the chat again. So CraftyWitch232 is here and doing a lot of live streaming on the channel. They got a brand new video as well. I'm going to put this into my ketchup list. They put that out yesterday. Oh, this is something you're doing with Paranormal Poet. Forgive me, I ran this video, but I have not watched it. So I got to see what they're going to do here, because this is meant to be a collaboration of sorts. Otherwise, what they're doing on their channel, a lot of creativity with a combination of 3D printing and crochet together. I hadn't seen anything like that kind of combination before. They're working on 800 subscribers, and you can get an idea when we think about pop culture, a lot of the different references made in their shorts videos here. And some of these have done really well. 10,000, 13,000 on a couple of these. And then live streams as well. And when we look at what CraftyWitch232 is doing here, they're often creating and making while they're live streaming. I've been there many times. Yeah, look at these. Some of them go on for hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, 4 hours. And then some video gameplay as well. Animal Crossing I still haven't played. I know it's a super popular game. And then a different kind of live stream over here with a reveal. Yes, I was going to say something, but that's a good way to put it. And then CraftyWitch232 is working on, like I said, 800 subscribers, and they're here with us just about every day. So obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I love NCL. Good to see you here. That likely is a friend bringing us some cruising content. I think NCL is one of the cruising companies, if I'm not mistaken. Just Jason Keto's coming up. Lester Crochet, I put you back on the wheel just a second ago. And Just Jason Keto posts with perfect consistency. He's been doing at least a video and a live stream every week, including live streams that will come up tonight. He'll be live soon at... oh, I'm expecting that he's going to go live. Jason, are you live tonight? I'll let him tell us if that's the case. He's usually live Thursday nights. I think it's 7:30 Eastern, and then he posts, I think, 5 p.m. on Sunday. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, but I think that's right. And then when we look at Just Jason Keto and more, or pardon me, he changed the name. It's Just Jason Keto now. He removed the and more, but there is more on the channel. When he does these live streams, it could be Jason himself. He might have a StreamYard panel or guest with him. Once in a while, he does an extra live stream as a cook-along with a multicam setup here, for instance. And he brings a small amount of variety onto the channel on top of healthy eating, healthy living, and a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He does tons of recipes, and these are easy to follow, simple to make. They only feature a few ingredients. Most of us are usually going to have them in our pantries or in our kitchens anyway. And Just Jason Keto teaches us how to vary the different recipes that he gives us as well. They're really just fundamentals. And then he's like, you could change this, you can add this, you can use, different types of cheese for the chaffles, for instance. He's done tons of those. And I'm just going to grab this latest video as well, another challenge between himself and Consume the Goodness. Jason's had a lot of challenges and guests on the channel. Air fryer review here. Once in a while, he takes us for an outdoor adventure. So a tiny bit of variety and lots of product reviews as well. Those can help us with the recipes, understand the ingredients that we're going to use or consume and how they're going to affect us. This is what I was talking about, that hint with putting any kind of meat on a grill. Some of these videos do really, really well, right, as shorts, getting into 5,000, 6,000 views. I've seen this one here with 22,000, and I promise you that one is entertaining and worth a watch as well. Chocolate Drop, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Lynn's Life Lessons, good to have you here also. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. CraftyWitch232 says they made a chaffle today. I still haven't in all this time. And Jason's somebody I've met up with a few times now, maybe again soon. Legends Gaming 667, let's see what they got going on.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
when we look at Legends Gaming 667, we see some more video gameplay here. And I'm still getting to know this channel. There's somebody who's been here several times now, I think a handful of times. But I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up playlist. That'll give me a chance to keep or get caught up. Cruising on the High Seas and Travel is Rob. Good to see you in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right now as well. Another fellow Canadian. Legends Gaming 667 has some shorts. These feature a little bit of variety, and they've got one into 500, two of them into 500 views and beyond, which is great to see. And then a live stream already as well. So hopefully we'll see more of those. They just put that up almost a week ago, and we'll spin the wheel. Legends Gaming 667 is working on the first 100 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards that important and exciting milestone. And then Blessed to Crochet is coming up.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
When you look at Blessed to Crochet, you see a creator that's going to bring us some crochet, but a lot of the content here has to do with spiritual inspiration. So you see these Blessed Devotions as a series. I'm just going to grab the latest one, put that into my catch-up list so I can stay caught up on the channel. Blessed to Crochet has got some shorts over here as well. We just saw you today in a thumbnail on another channel. I can't remember who was interviewing you. And then 9,000, 10,000 views on a couple of these, along with a lot of yarn as we'd expect and a lot of variety in between, and then live streams on the channel. And Blessed to Crochet is live frequently. You can see this at least a couple of times a week, sometimes more often. And more spiritual inspiration from this creator, working on 1,600 subscribers. And if I didn't already say it, they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get to their channel. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go in a moment.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
Let's see if I can find Rob, Cruising on the High Seas and Travel. This fellow Canadian is doing a lot of food reviews lately. I keep thinking about, I got this thumbnail in my head now from the Little Caesars Pizza Bites. It's funny because you know that when these companies market things, what they show us on the pictures and in commercials and stuff never seems to look like, I've never had a Big Mac or a Whopper that looked like the one on the TV, but this is an example. So I watched this video and Rob was eating these. They look like a pizza-filled butter tart. And if butter tarts are something that's a big Canadian thing apparently, but you'll see what I mean when you watch that video. I see he's got another food review already. He put this up yesterday, so I'll put that in my catch-up list. He brings us cruising when he can, food reviews and other travel-based ideas. I recognize most of what I see here because he's got a lot of the Canadian franchises like Harvey's and Swiss Chalet down there. And then shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten now into 1,800, 2,400 views, which is great to see. And there you go. Yes, crochet connection and no crochet hook required. It's a great way to describe everybody's welcome on the channel. And then live streams for Rob over here on Cruising on the High Seas and Travel. And he's got StreamYard panels, I thought he had a StreamYard panel the other day. I might have been mistaken. Yeah, here he goes. He's got a few familiar faces over there. Jeremy and Cheryl were on there. And then hopefully we'll catch him for some of these. He's got one tonight. So in another 3 hours, he's going to go live as well, right after Just Jason Keto and more, basically. We got a few friends going at that time today. And lots of content tonight, obviously. What we're going to do right now is go over to the copyright-free music channel. I pinned the link, but hopefully everybody will come and visit. and we'll leave Superchat running for an extra 3 minutes like I always do, so you can clean up your connections here. But that copyright-free music channel, when we do these 1-hour streams, it just gives us an extra hour after Superchat that we can continue connecting the same way we did here. But there's music playing. It's a very different kind of stream. It's a lot of fun. There's a video game, and we're all playing slot machines and roulettes over there and everything else. It's all free, of course. And hopefully we'll see everybody over there. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to today. We always try to get to as many as we can in a 3-hour period. Obviously, today's another very busy day, so thank you everybody for that. I appreciate the shares and all the kind words that are mentioned out there. Living Large with L Crew is in the house. We'll look at their channel right now after Nez Lover, both longtime friends. Nez Lover's been with us from about the beginning. A lot of art on this channel. That's what I've seen more than anything. What they've often done is live streamed, where they create some of that art and then they chop small short videos giving us a little bit of a teaser as to what they created during the live stream. Shorts over here have gotten into 2,400, won over 18,000 views, and they're over 3,000 subscribers as well, which is great to see. Living Large with L Crew is bringing vlogging in the truest sense of the word. We're going to look at that channel in a second. As Lover on the screen, I've run into a million times out supporting other creators in premieres and live chats as well. And when we get onto the screen, we're going to see Living Large with L Crew. Yeah, again, forgive me for the channels we didn't get to. I know the Bullock Experience hasn't been up for a while. I'm trying to, when I play the clips that I play from our interview series, it actually slows the stream down. A few people leave and this and that, and it's okay. It's like, I know that happens. I actually use that to our advantage, because otherwise it'd be like too explosive by now, right? Hopefully everybody understands as well. We wouldn't even be able to do the streams the way that they are and get through the channels we can if it wasn't for our moderators. You see how many mistakes I make and how much they have to pick up, especially Pete, but all of our moderators have been dear friends. I promise you, they all care very much about everybody here and the YouTube journey in general. Living Large with L Crew on the screen is working on 2,000 subscribers. They're now officially on the road. I know they're working on watch hours. I swapped playlists with them a few weeks ago. They got almost 500 videos, so get ready for that. They do an incredible job with shuffle dancing. I keep mentioning it, but it's one of the smaller aspects of the channel, but they've done a lot of travel. They do vlogging in the truest sense of the word. So they're indoors, they're outdoors. All of their videos are very fast-paced, very high energy. They do perfect video editing when it comes to the idea of real vlogs. They get shorts in the middle of everything as well, 12,000, 24,000 on one of these, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. It's been a while since I've caught you. It's a couple months, but hopefully you can do another one soon. They seem to be on at least a couple times, if not 3 times a month. And Living Large with L Crew usually ends up with us just about every single day. So thanks everybody again. We'll make a quick exit. We'll see everyone soon. Bye-bye.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up for the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Superchat, it's your time to thrive.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Superchat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Superchat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong.
The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Superchat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Superchat, get in the flow.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Superchat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Superchat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together
You've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty badges and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.